Put your fingers on the keys, we going live. I got pour the coffee up. Good morning. Chat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's the YouTube cameras. Morning show, hit the link, turn your volume up, up. The trolls are with the shh, that's how they give it up. Good morning, chat, let's go, go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. The streets are on fire, what's the tea? Pull up with a cup of coffee. Fill it up as Cammy, pour the tea. The streets are on fire, run amok with me. Sip the tea, panel on fire, hit the 30. Run amok with Cammy. Like, share, subscribe. Get your day started with me. Let's go. Let's go.
Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Did y'all sleep well? I was listening to Pastor's replay. Thank you so much, Judy Coles Boo. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Have a safe and wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you, you as well. Y'all stay warm. Y'all stay warm. Listen, I'm like warm and hot. I'm like staying warm, but at the same time I'm hot. Okay? It's like the most weirdest and ridiculous thing because the temperature and this damn snow won't stop, okay? And then you dress warm and then you get too warm and then you gotta like disrobe and take some things off because you're too warm. That's currently what I'm facing right now, okay? I see my TV. Good morning. Good morning, Shady Blue. I saw Shady Blue. I did a little dance. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Shady Blue. Hi, Shady Blue. Good morning, Shady Blue. And I have not seen in a while, since last year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Asia Blue, is it time to run amok? Asia. Shady Tales. C. Dupree, good morning. C. Dupree. Sassy Francis, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I saw Fatina over there in the other place. Good morning, Fatina. Scorpion Queen, good morning. Good morning, Judy Coles, Boo, good morning. Time Gone, good morning. I know, I was so happy. I was like, look at Shady. Hi, Shady Blue. Virtual hug, Shady Blue. Good to see you, Shady Blue. Asia said, let's run amok. Oh, Lord Jesus. Asia. Asia is in charge of the Run Amok Club. Barn Dog, good morning. We are streaming on 2 YouTube channels. Well, yes, we are streaming on both. Because, if it gets a little spicy, we're going to go over to that other side. Okay? Who else is in here? Time Gone. I think I said good morning. Barn Dog, good morning. Good morning, good morning to all of you guys coming in. Let me stop I'm going to keep on talking with this thing playing. Yesterday was very interesting, okay, because, of what the people are talking about. When it gets down to like the whole sector stuff and with the state of the sector and all of that, I don't know. As far as I know, who is a CEO? I guess the OGs. Is this where you have like board of directors or something as far as like who's in charge? I don't really participate in like what's wrong with the sector, what's not wrong with the sector, who did what. And, I just listen and I hear people's individual conversation. I give my take on my own feelings of what the heck is going on. But as far as like people get to fighting about who's an outsider, who was here before, who was blah, blah, all that stuff, okay? I don't participate in all that shit. I don't participate in all that shit, okay? I'm here for as long as God allows me to be here. Secondarily, for as long as YouTube has this very nice platform for us to engage with each other on. Okay. I enjoy for as long as the subbies click, like they want to participate, engage, mingle, chatter, all of that. So this reminds me of Mr. Rogers. Damn it, Shady Tales. Okay. At times I'm like struggling with the time, but what I have learned over time from the way that I used to do it before I started coming live is that I love my sleep. And as you get older, you really don't have any choice but to take your butt to sleep. I don't know about how some of these people, the older ones, the people that might be older than me, or maybe I get it, like maybe the younger folks, they have a little more energy, or maybe whatever the case is, and they're able to stay up and be able to watch all this shit. I can't no longer. I like my sleep. And if I don't get enough of it, y'all will probably be able to tell because I will not be nice. I will not be nice, okay? Good morning, Miss Jean. Thank you, Asia. Okay, so let's run down on what the heck we heard. This a remix. Okay. Let's run down some of the shit we had heard yesterday. I did hear Romans live. I did hear Romans live. I heard Pizar's live. Well, I did hear Romans live up until like maybe it turned into like a call in. Then I kind of dropped off. Let me see. Because it was initially like an open panel, right? Wasn't it open panel? It was open panel. I was kind of listening, but I was not looking in the chat. I think in the beginning, maybe I did. I was able to go like see the chat. But, you know, I saw, what else did I see? Hmm. I saw Pizar's, a little bit of Pizar's live. Let me see who Pazar did a lot. Oh, Pazar was on the conspiracy theory stuff. She was on the conspiracy channel yesterday. Okay, so she was on there, but then I guess maybe she saw what Olivia said something in the revisiting of all this sector, that who was here before, who was an outsider, like all that, like that whole discussion, and she came. And she came like to talk about it. I did see Lemons. I saw Shells over there. Listen, by that point, what time? Lemon did come late, didn't he? Because I was already like laying down. I was like, let me listen. I'm like, is that Shells? I heard Shells, one of the OGs. She had the link over there. Hershey, you were cracking me up with some of the stuff you were recounting as far as like Shelly over there on Pizar's a channel. I don't remember that particular stuff you're talking about, but Pizarre has the old spaceship bag. So now that's two lives that people have challenged her on. Uh yes, that is Jean. This person is Miss Jean. The Patty Ma'am 11 Shady. Uh, so there was like this whole argument as far as who was here, who was not, and then like it was interesting and funny at the same time because Hershey was talking about Shelly questioning, it was this he, Nina, who else she said uppity, and asking them where the I don't remember that. Maybe, I mean, I'm not saying that I watch every single thing. I might have missed it, but if the chat and Pizarre don't remember it, I don't recall such a live. And it's not like every live that that you get a Shelly on the link. And I definitely don't think it's the old spaceship. I don't know. Are you confusing it with maybe this kind of sounds like if Shelly was hitting the link, could it have been Lady Nika's? But Shelly doesn't remember that. I don't remember Shelly to like hitting the link and questioning these guys on Pizarre's old spaceship, not this current one. I don't recall that. But okay. Hey Catherine, good morning. These tube handles, I wish we could go back to. I know. I think I think they won't let us. I think for whatever reason, it might be for legal reasons, I guess. Think of because this is the longest I've gone without changing this damn thing back to the channel name instead of the handle. I think it's for legal reason. Remember back many years when they forced people to, show the subscriber count? It took like a transition. They did it over time. I feel like this might be the same thing. And the reason was that they wanted to differentiate between a fake page versus the real page, right? And with a fake page or a troll page, you could obviously it wouldn't have the same sub count. Versus if you go look at the real page, you're gonna see like it's gonna have the real sub count. So I feel like this is one of those cases. Hey Androgena, good morning. Hi D Shep, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. Hi Sarah Van, good morning. So I think it's one of those cases. Okay, what else do I want to talk about as far as like at that lemons thing? Also towards the end there, Trish and Pizarro were arguing. Trish, how many times are we gonna tell you? You did say the damn thing about um the prison. So many people heard it. I heard it. Unfortunately, stop fighting it. It was like all this unraveling and yelling and screaming and going back and forth with Pizarro. It was like, damn, what the heck? and wanting to, I'm not the rest of the argument as far as like who was here before being an OG or not ain't my argument. I know that Trish loves that kind of argument because Trish loves to act out and yell and scream and all that. That was taking place over there. I was like, oh my gosh, how long is this gonna last? How long is this gonna freaking the Hi DM show? Good morning. I'm like, how long is this gonna last? What else was she arguing with Pizarro about? I think you like to have those kind of argument. Well, I mean, shit. Let me backtrack that. Anyway, so they were also talking about the drop game and that being one of the contributors to like why the sector is the way that it is. Listen, I kind of like touched on it as far as like the Mo3 sector where they were having these issues and having these fight with supporters. Um, at least one particular supporter talking about bag fraud, bag fraud, bag fraud. There are other sectors that play the backdrop game, okay? It really is not, because if somebody doesn't send you the money for backdrop, then ain't no backdrop game. So the subbies are dictating that if they get irritated with someone, they don't want to hear that person. They pay to get that person gone. Um, if the subbies don't want to go through the nuisance or whatever, they just don't. They get fed up and somebody decides to do the, I just have certain rules where mine is concerned. I don't want, people to be like doing that shit to my moderators and members. These are financial people that are just not only doing clicks and views, they're deciding to pour into your channel. So I don't feel like my members should be dropped. Those are just my rule. But if anybody wants to pay to drop people, shit, who am I to stop it, right? There's some of you all, when you go live, you get tons of super chat, tons of cash app. You think I'm not gonna take y'all? Don't bless me like that. The people that bless me like that, I appreciate it and all that. But if the people want to play the drop game, it's not really dictated by us, the channel holder, is it? No, it's dictated by the subbies. If they don't want to hear certain people, now, I mean, people have opinions as far as like why would you want to pay to drop someone, and why would you want to do that? I mean, if they want to spend their money, okay, well, they want to spend their money. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna stop them. My God, I heard about the prison rumor shit in another sector, so that's been around for a while. Wait, oh, yes, and she fights it every time. I'm telling you, every so often she's on a panel and somehow it comes up. It comes up, okay, and she gets to arguing the same way. It's like the same shit. So she was having that argument. In fact, when I heard it, I was in it was in another sector. It wasn't even on her panel, okay? It wasn't even on her panel. It was her being on somebody else's panel that I heard it. How many years ago? 4 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, I don't know, but I definitely heard it straight with my own ears. So when other people are saying that, I heard it. I heard it not on her channel, because was I going to her channel back then? We're talking about 4 years ago, or maybe even almost 5 years ago, between 4 and 5 years ago. Um, so she may have, maybe it originated from her channel, but there are people that say they heard it from out of her own channel. I don't know, but where I heard it was another sector. Okay. Me too, Asia. She's gonna get to fighting and cussing us out. Okay, we say names over here, YTC. Anyone in particular? Wait, which part? Hey, VA Sagittarius. Good morning, boo. Wait, we need to reconsider that rule to exclude horse. I know, because I was gonna get $200. Um, I can't really tell somebody. I can't. To some extent, I can see like what people say, and maybe the people that are the pros and cons of the whole thing. Like, why would you spend all that money to drop someone? Why can't you just leave? To which I say, is their money. Let them spend it how the freak they want to spend their money, right? And if they want to bless the channel holder with that money, let them do it. It ain't my money that I'm spending. And if I want to drop someone, I have to consider the amount before I drop it. What else can I do with that money? Like, times are hard nowadays, okay? So, 200. How you, Dreamy Boo? Where you been? The Run Amok crew. Where you been, Dreamy? Did you run amok yesterday? Hi, she talked too much. Good morning. I heard. Okay, I heard that part. So now I do get people saying that that could have contributed to part of the reason why the sector is in the state where it is, because you have people that could be, helping with the content, and then you drop them, and I don't know. Is that really? I mean, is in Shakim's voice? Is that really so? Hi, Kimbo. Good morning. Um, Now it's a little bit of disturb. Then people can pay to get them back up. Okay. Now I see people saying that that could contribute, especially when the content is flowing. If the content is flowing and they're added to the conversation, more than likely somebody's going to pay to get them back up. Now, I don't do any of those things where people let certain people on there, because I think that I heard that was the argument, right? That was the argument on Lemons last night, as far as like, well, with the Hershey and then with like maybe ZX, do you just let them on there because you're just waiting for someone to pay them down? I don't know that all CCs do that, because that's crazy as heck to accuse somebody of doing that, because you don't know if the people are going to get agitated enough or just going to click off and leave. Okay. So I don't want to jump out there and say that that might be the case. Okay. That people do it. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. They, let people on there and then just pray or maybe hint at somebody, drop in them. I don't know. I don't know the politics of that bullshit. Hey, Dory, good morning. Hey, Miss Gerald, good morning. So, Hershey was over there. I don't know that there was that whole debacle, and Hershey was over there. She calls Pizarre her niece. The topic was the whole sector situation and who was there and who was not and all this stuff. Hi, Bella Boo, good morning. Anyway, there's that. Okay. There's that. Um, Okay, so if we go to Roman stuff, damn it. Okay, these two, you two. I would just drop down before I allow to make money off of. Right. Some people get mad about it, and some people just say, okay, whatever. But you gotta take note. You gotta take note with the people who pretend like it's not a bother. It isn't until it is. Okay. Um, is pizza back already? Dreamy, you said it's pizza back already. I don't know that she left. I think she got paid to be here, but she's been doing like conspiracy stuff. Like last night, she was doing conspiracy on her other channel. I think she was paid to stay the rest of this month. I think that's what I want to ask her. Like, what the hell are you going, Pizarre? What the heck are you, where are you going? But I mean, I can tell people, I totally understand, because I was also I was watching past his replay, and he's not saying that he's leaving. He's just saying like there's stuff in real life that may, like cause him not to be here that often, or, like it's still like under debate. Okay. It's still under debate. So what'd you say? Jimmy said getting paid to be dropped is so pathetic, but Dory is one of the worst panel guests. Oh, Lord Jesus. Kid Asia. Mm-mm. Y'all just running amok over here. Oh my gosh. Damn it. I think because you overlook it and you don't. I think the way, okay, let me say how I feel, because over there at the at the spaceship, they pay a lot to drop Dory. I think the way that Dory sees it is, I really must be that I really must be that shit because I agitate you guys so much that you want to put in your hard earned money to drop me. So at least that's how she's presented it over there. Okay. So I think, oh, damn it. Look at Asia. Oh, you said she's more pathetic on Lemons begging for food. Who? Dory? Uh, uh-uh. Oh my gosh. These two are running amok in the chat. Damn it, you two. Okay. I don't know. I think she goes over there at Lemons. Yes, I did notice that she's been over there at Lemons, but I think because they have this kind of, they get along, then they don't get along because she won't bite her tongue. Okay, but I think right now they're cool, right? They're cordial. Oh, you said, oh, but the Joy was asking for food. What was this? How I missed that? This was last night. I had to go back and red ball to whatever I missed because I thought it was gonna be like, especially when Shells was there. Okay, I wanted to go back and hear all of that, but I think I heard all of that live. But I red balled through like, or I fast forward. Oh, okay. You said two. I was gonna say I heard them over there on Lemons last night. I don't recall that. You said 2 nights ago. Oh, okay. There. Oh my gosh, this chat. I cannot look at this chat. Damn it. This chat is running amok. Shit. Yo, can you please like my video? Ah! Why y'all are running amok? Them bugging for cash apps? How come I don't? Wait, hold up. I don't know about all that shit. Damn. Uh-uh. They say that open if closed mouths don't get fed. I told you guys about that. They say closed mouths don't get fed. Okay. If people are asking for like cash apps and they're getting it, why can't she ask for cash apps? Shoot. Good morning, Phoebe. Okay, so let me see what else. Uh, what else did? Okay, I think I kind of like talked about that. That's the highlight of the stuff I want to talk about on Lemons. Um, I wanted to hear their drop game thing. I know that Pizarro's not gonna stop playing the drop because she's not monetized. Okay, aside from like getting Cash App and stuff, the drop game is another way for her to make money. She's not a monetized channel. So when she goes live, it's not like she's gonna get a Google AdSense check. And I know people waffle between, well, that's your fault. Why don't you get monetized? That ain't my business. I can tell a channel holder. Okay, if you are a channel holder or content creator, you know that. For me anyway, I can tell somebody, oh, you should go and get monetized. You don't know the reason why they don't want to get monetized. Is it that they don't want to get monetized? They don't want to change like their platform. There are various reasons, and maybe they don't want to share their money with, because now it's like 45% that Google takes. Okay, it's probably gonna go up. I don't know what y'all are thinking with the economy and shit. Just make no bones about it. It's coming. It's at least going to reach 50 and beyond. Okay. Still, I still appreciative and grateful that at least we have an easy platform where we don't really have to do a whole lot. You just have to abide by whatever, and you get paid for the clicks and views. Listen, okay? It is what it is. Uh Oh, wow, I missed all that. Asia does that. Oh, Lord Jesus. Kim Catherine, did y'all talk about King Roman? Yeah, that's what I'm. Well, I don't know about the calling part. I'm going to talk about his live, though. I watched the live. I'm going to talk about it to the point where, like some people, like hit the link. Kim, does he even have. Oh, Lord Jesus. Dreamy is so bad. She's naughty. Dreamy is bad. And look at this. Look at these three just running amok in the chat. Kim said too many of these women need to stop begging Lemon for money and begging about getting cash apps on Lemon's channel. Lord Jesus, get monetized, and then you wouldn't have to constantly beg. I get that. I get that, but not everybody is able to get monetized. Okay, there's that. Okay, Asia said it was pathetic. It was pathetic and embarrassing, Lord Jesus. Jeez. I want to say that I'm going to try to do the other content. Should I do it on this channel or should I do it on the other channel? The reactions and whatever, the reactions and review channel. Um, I'm debating. Because I don't know if I want to move it over there or keep it over here. If you go back maybe 4 years ago, I did those kind of content. I might have even I privated a lot of them. Okay, I privated a lot of them. I did shorts. I did the stuff on. I remember I did some stuff on Wendy Williams. I can't remember. I have to go back and check if it's public or if I privated that. I gotta look. I'm trying to decide. Hey, Goddess V. Good morning. Um. Dory said that that's crab dreamy. Kim, oh Lord. Y'all ain't shit in this chat this morning. Hi, cool ass chick boo. Good morning. Okay, so I think that was now listen, I was not looking at the chat or anything. I feel like at some to some extent, because I think I don't know what time Roman was live in the afternoon. So I was not looking at the chat. And then I want to also say when I go to talking about because I watched past his replay, but I don't think that his chat had loaded it up, so I didn't see the chat because I do know that some people were saying the comments and he was reading it and responding to some of the comments. The chat was not loaded. Okay, what else in Roman stuff? Okay, so he said he's gonna do like this. Sing your favorite Black History show song. He's gonna do it on February 21st. And then I was like, wait, Pazar is doing something? Isn't Pazar doing something? Is hers also on the same date? I don't know if hers is on the same date. I just remember she talked about it, and Roman is gonna do his own based on your favorite Black show. Like, oh my gosh, when he was singing The Girlfriends, I love some of those shows. If they come back now, I'll be glued to the TV. Okay, I loved that show. There's a couple of them that I like that don't they don't come on, but you have to go find like the network or whatever that where you can replay, like where you can watch reruns. That I can never get enough. There are just some of these shows that you can never get enough of the reruns. He also said he's straight and handsome, so oh my god. Hi HX sweetie. What Pizarro's competition? That's what I was thinking. Okay, thank you. Somebody else confirm it. I knew that when I heard it, I was gonna ask you guys today. Is that the same day as Pizarro's? Because I remembered for some reason that 21st stuck in my head, like somebody was doing something on that date. So okay, so it is Pizarro's same day. Uh oh, Stacy, good morning. Um Girlfriend is in Tubi. I have it on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that means there's a couple of these things that were on my phone. They came with my phone or whatever. These app is Tubi one of them. What's the other one? I feel like it starts with H. And I try so hard to uninstall some of these apps off my phone that I was not watching. That was kind of like my thing also with Netflix. Um, I tried to pay for the Netflix. I just felt like I didn't watch it enough to where I was paying, in addition to having cable and all of that. So I would uninstall some of these things. So now I need to go back and look. Okay. Um, oh, Living Single was also another one. Hey, the Queen, before you react, good morning. Wait, I haven't seen the other Stacy. Has anyone seen? Oh no, I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her in like a week or 2 weeks. Between a week and 2 weeks, I haven't seen her. Mm. If it's the same date, I'll let Pasa know so that he can change the date. Hopefully, YTC. No, wait, is Pasa having something on that date too? KRN is having a challenge, and I'm pretty sure that Pizarro is having something on that date. Pizarro's own is on the same date, I think. Lord, let me be looking at my phone. I love the park. Oh, I love the Parkers too. Yes, I love the. Listen, it used to be the Cosby Show until all that stuff came out about Bill Cosby. Then it's like, oh, it just kind of messed it up for me. Hey, Kat. Good morning. I was yelling at Stacy, ma'am. Oh, which there's two Stacys. There's the Stacy spelled the regular Stacey, and then there's Stacy, Staceyy. Different Stacys. The Stacy was asking about the other Stacy. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I know that he said he's having the show. Karen is. I know Pizarro's got. It's Black History Month. But that's two challenges for people to be. To look forward to. And then Lemon's gonna do his lamentation on the 19th. Okay, so there's that. There's that as well. So for Black History, y'all started off by cutting up on the first day of uh, February. Okay, okay. So what else? What does the Roman talk about? I think he said that he would like for his judges to be his dream judge selection would be DKL and Treasure Lane. Then what else did he talk about? He talked about the Umar boys, bros before beef. Okay, I said it right. I called this out. When was it that I noticed that even after they beef, even after they had their issues, I would notice that it didn't matter if they troll each other or fight with each other. When they go live over there, if you follow some of them over there in their chat, they will all still gather as much as they drag each other and all of that. They will still congregate in the chats and be cool. However you want to say cool or cordial, okay? Whatever that means. I just know that I just attributed that to maybe that's how they get down in their sector. Maybe it's their sector politics, sector dynamic, whatever. I didn't like study all of that to where I would be breaking down all their beefs and all of that. We do know that when we met them, how did we meet them? They were on Lemon's panel, and then they started to come to the different panels. They came over here. Okay, that's how we met them. There's still some of them that I like. But anyway, Roman talked about that, the bros before beef. The people that really stayed in the beef sector that were CCs that gained popularity and a lot of supporters from the beef sector, or whatever you want to call it. Shakim and Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda, you already know how I feel about it. I saw that shit a mile away. Okay, so, and he did call out the fact that the some of the Umar boys know that Shakim is their way in. Shakim beef with people in the military sector. I think maybe some of y'all have forgotten. Shakim really, out of all of them, Shakim is the one that would beef. Some of them will jump on, like Roman said. I agree with that. Some of them knew that Shakim was on these key panels, platforms in the beef sector, so their way in maybe to kind of like scratch or beef with Shakim or whatever, or be on his panel. But it is what it is. Okay. No, Bree did not bring. Bree was not responsible for bringing them. You guys have to remember that a lot of times we saw, like, and I feel like I keep on saying this time and time again. A lot of times they were over there on Lemon's panel. Y'all forgot about the play with Kung Fu Panda and what's her name? Brina. Baby Mama Brina. That's how a lot of people got acquainted with Kung Fu Panda, isn't it? That whole storyline, and some of it was a play because he was running around saying that they tried to Sabrina tried to dox him. But if you did not listen to Sabrina, you wouldn't hear or wouldn't know that that was a lie. There was a lot of like fake bullshit with that, because I happen to have known of Sabrina long before that became a storyline in the beef sector or in Lemon's panel, because I knew of Sabrina in the Mo 3 sector. So I was already watching her channel. At the time, she was not really going live. So with all of this storyline and stuff, she started going live. Okay, she came from the mommy sector, and from the mommy sector, whatever they did over there, merged or mingled or whatever, then she ended up in the Mode 3 sector. Okay, she was not going live. You wouldn't know any of that unless you watched her side of the shit too. Okay, so they were over there on Lemons. That storyline unfolded over there at Lemon. If you remember, that storyline went from one panel to panel, one platform to the other, talking about the whole, because Lemon is Avatar Nation beef sector. So of course the people in the beef sector picked it up. And that's how the heck it happened. I see you guys asking these questions in the chat. Okay. I see you guys doing this shit in the chat. Yes, but they would rather, because they like to, it all depends. It's selective. It depends on who it is. They like to blame you. They like to blame the women and say that it's their fault. No, I mean, let's revisit. Let's revisit how this all happened. The platforms that allow a lot of different people to be on the, mine is one of them, Breeze is one of them. Bree would go to different, but she didn't really go. Pazar really went to a lot of different sectors. Okay, Mo 3 sector, black sector, whatever. It used to be Tracy Cakes. Tracy Cakes was everywhere. Okay, um, but let's not forget that this is where a lot of them were. They all used to be on Lemon's panel. We forgot. We forgot. They all used to be over there. And of course, you go to one, then you branch off into the other people that talk about beef sector content, or the other places where you find a lot of beef sector folks. That's how this shit happens. Remember? Uh, but anyway, that's. Hey, Miss Whistledown, good morning. No pressure, good morning. What did Miss Whistledown say? Oh, damn it. Warning, people shouldn't use racial slurs if they don't want to be called. Oh, I was called. Are you referencing me as far as the Kung Fu Panda? Well, I didn't start calling him that until y'all sat up there when some of the racial stuff are being said about me. Are y'all in there saying the same thing? I want to make sure, because that's that outrage and selective shit that I'm talking about. Okay, just saying. Hey Sims, good morning. Uh No, it ain't misplaced blame. You got people that call other people monkeys and use all kinds of stuff and say all kinds of racial stuff. And yeah. And I see some of y'all in the chat. I ain't talking about that, but which chats to, drop down and be saying all of that stuff. Make sure you keep it across the board. Don't say all of you guys. Nope. Kung Fu Panda ain't no racial nothing. Kung Fu Panda is a bear. When you're saying stuff like African whatever, when you're referencing different demographics, all of the people that could possibly be your supporters, that's racial stuff. Saying Kung Fu Panda is not racial. So when I picked a nickname, I picked it for a different for a specific reason. Okay, I picked it for a specific reason. You got people that are put depicting all kinds of like racial epithets, all kinds of like horrible thing. I don't hear that. So make sure that it's kept across the board. Okay. Make sure it's kept the people that are actually depicting racial groups. Okay. That's what YouTube calls I hate whatever. Okay. That's what that's called. It shows the ignorance of the person talking. That's what that is called. Okay. That's that selective bullshit that I'm talking about. Right. It's like the stereotype. And then when you after you hear it time and time again and you decide to come up with something that then um here come the BS. Okay? And the fake outrage. I don't want to hear it. Keep it across the board. Go tell it to the people who are actually putting racial groups into calling people names. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, anyway, so the example that Roman was given is very interesting because I feel like I had already made that observation, and I think Shakim kind of spoke on it because if you look at Shakim and Kung Fu Panda, you know that they have a history. They bring up the restraining order. That's something that they brought over when we met them, like that all their beefs and all this stuff. We knew of that, and they seem to have gotten over it. However, it seemed like out of the blue, Kung Fu Panda was like poking at him or beefing, doxing, and doing all this kind of stuff. And it just seemed kind of weird and unfounded. And Shakim was like, he just needs attention. He's mad because I stopped going over there. And that's why he's all of a sudden all this stuff. And it's really weird because then when he ended up on Lemon's panel the other night, I remember hearing him over there. I'm like, wait, he brought up Shakim out of the blue, and Shakim hasn't even been live. Shakim hasn't been live in wasn't a topic in any storyline, wasn't anything, and he just randomly brought him up. Oh, where is he at? And what? It's like, well, wait. So that was a good observation that Roman called out. Okay, Roman called it out, and then he called out Envy. He said Envy is another one with like the title changing as things happen. I mean, yeah, I've already said that a while ago. And then everybody gets names get put in the title and all this stuff, and it all depends. And then the show goes at 9. The title is developing as the day goes on. That's what he said. Okay, so uh, but, like what did he call it? He used the word pillage through the beef sector, and the title in the military sector. I know who I would liken that to and what they call that person, but I'm on hush mode. Okay. Shakim has got upset because, like all the storyline and some of the, the stuff that he felt was he was blamed for, and um he was blamed for as like the flagging and stuff. But when Lemon came out and gave when Lemon came out and said what he said, right? He felt like because it was him that people did not want to believe it, and they wanted to believe that Lemon was lying because it kind of like would vindicate Shakim. So that and like the whole trying to blackball someone and all that stuff. I think that that's what made him just say, you know what, I'm not coming live unless you guys pay me. That was the last live that I saw. Right? He said that he was not coming. You know, I don't know. Anyway, that was the last time I saw him live. Okay, so let me see. What else did Roman talk about? The whole no, I don't know about the whole Lemon and Envy have kind of like a unique, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess they're bros. I don't know. One minute he's mad with him or something about going live. If Lemon goes live, we don't know any of this. Listen, I don't even see any of this. If not the fact that Lemon talks about it. Fleming talks about the fact that Envy got mad at him because he went live. I don't know, whatever the heck it is that they go between each other. That's their little slick or whatever you want to call it. I don't know that they take it that seriously. I don't know that it's beef. I don't know. I don't know because he'll be over there and he'll be over there. So I don't think it's beef, but it is what it is. Hey, let's have a Kiki. Good morning. I just want to hear Shasha say, shady tales. Hold on, let me see what you're saying. Details, but who does it hurt if I don't come live unless you pay me? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Miss Whistledown is over there talking about. You hear all that stuff. I'm not even following all of that. It's again one of those selective whatever. So he essentially blocked himself out because nobody's paying. I don't know. I think that I gave it from what I thought I heard, but I mean, I can only imagine what he's feeling himself. He would have to like come and express exactly what was going on. But that was the last live that I saw. The last live that I came in at, that was the last live that he did. He was, like complaining about that. He was already talking about how they were trying to black him out and all that stuff. So or blackball him. Um, so anyway, Kim, you said what? It hurts the content creator, you believe? I don't know. Listen, I can't engage with the foolishness, okay? And that's talking heads. I can't engage with the foolishness of the selective outrage. I can't engage because everybody that comes in the chat is grown, okay? If you choose to be selective and don't see shit and you're black and you hear other bullshit being said, I don't give a shit what the fuck you're talking about, okay? I don't give a shit. Everybody's grown. If you like to wallow in negativity, gutter snipeness, and bitterness and bottom of the barrel bullshit, then you do that. I'm not going to. Okay? Nobody wants to be engaging with people who will do any fucking thing and say anything for content. Okay? And when they get to start crying, when it's them or their turn or whatever, that all a lot of these saying, it's your turn, it's your turn. People say that when it's not them. Until it's them, then they start to crying. Okay? I can't be bothered with that because in real life, that's not how shit works. I cannot normalize all the bullshit on YouTube. Anybody who wants to normalize that, that's your own prerogative. I can't normalize it. Okay. So people can continue to yap, yap, yap and type and all that. I mean, all that does is you're in a chat. You go from chat to chat, type in a bunch of bullshit. Okay. You type a bunch of bullshit and say a bunch of bullshit. I deal in real life. Okay, this is just virtual. When I turn this off, I turn this off. Like there's outside, there's your neighbors, your friends, the people that you care about. Okay, if YouTube were to go down, remember when some of the social medias that they went down, IG, Facebook, all of that. Ciao. Good morning, big beef sector. Like in real life, in headlines and shit that's happening, that's a priority. That's a priority. This is just a plus for people is they want to listen to something in the background. They want entertainment because maybe they canceled cable. They don't have cable. So this is their form of entertainment. Okay. So knock yourselves out. I know how I watch YouTube and what I decide to let penetrate my mind for my peace of mind. Some of these weird shit is not normal. Okay. Let me see what else. Okay, so on the whole envy and lemon thing, I don't know. Their dynamic is their dynamic. I already made that observation a long time ago. It's quite different between those two. And then also, if you recall, there's a bunch of people that used to be staples on Lemon's panel. Envy was one of them. So a lot of them, the Umar boys, they were a lot of them were over there. You forgot that. Now I don't know. Did Lemon always go live at 11, or did he go live earlier? I don't recall. I feel like maybe he went live. Like the overnight show, right? Is convenient for a lot of people because by that time you have, like for the people who work, they have gone off work, they have had dinner, they've relaxed, and now they have time to adult to go and listen to whatever the heck they want to listen to. And so a lot of people from different sectors were over there. Okay, they used to be over there, and that now it's quite different today because yes, a lot of people are still over there, but you see, like the panelists have changed a lot. Back then, what's that guy's name? Oh shoot, he's like Jamaican or something. I can't remember. He used to be a staple over there. It used to be him. It used to be Envy. It used to be Big Rig. It used to be the Omarians will go up there and argue. A lot of them, um, they'll be in the chat or whatever. If they have beef, they'll go over there and go scratch. People from the black sector. I mean, so anyway. Okay, so what Roman was saying was the optics of it look weird when it comes to Lemon and Envy. And I think it's the optics of like the title and a lot of like the timing and getting upset if Lemon goes early. But I don't know. That's if both of them have some sort of understanding. I don't know. I don't know about that. But he was saying something about that. Okay, then the part about people changing content. I feel like people go through that ever so often. Ever so often people go through that. They get tired. It's just too much heat or it gets boring or whatever, and people decide, you know what, I need to focus on something else. But I can totally understand for after many years, people deciding, you know what, maybe I need to just pivot just a little bit, just a little bit. You said you missed. I didn't like that personally. Wait, what? Yeah, I. That's why okay, so big beef sector. That's why I said I don't know their dynamic. Just when you think that is tense or envious on the wall, posting some stuff, doing polls. Remember when he was doing polls? Remember when he's not one that will go up on a panel and go like scratch with Lemon. I don't see him going up on the panel and like arguing with people. He'll just be in the chat and then maybe he'll troll. He'll do polls or whatever on Lemon. And I think somebody brought up the fact that he said he was going to buy the LLC of Lemon's name or something. And I remember at that time, people were so mad, like, oh my gosh. And I think was he a mod then? How could you do that? And you're supposed to be rocking with him and all that. I don't know. They got beyond that. So maybe they understand their dynamic. I can't even begin to kind of talk about it because, well, yeah, Lemon went live earlier. That's what I thought too. So, ciao. I'm glad you're saying it, Catherine, because that's what I thought too. But because he's been going live at a certain time, um, and there's a time difference of like 3 hours, depending on where you are, or 2 hours, right? So I always said that he went live at times a little earlier, but shoot, I don't know. Hi, the voice. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Some of these things are not important to you until it happens to you. Look, was the voice typing? Saying hi. Okay, I'm sorry. I was not looking in the thing until now. I know. Damn. Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez. In fact, let me type it in the chat too. Okay. right. It's like, are y'all cool or not? I can't tell. I just gave up. I gave up as far back as last year because I was like, ugh. And then I realized what the pattern is. It's not gonna be real beef, whatever the case is. But okay, okay. Anyway, so I only have 38 likes. I'm gonna need the likes to go up. Please, y'all need to get the likes up. Uh, okay. So there's that part. Okay, that was his observation. I been made the observation, and I responded to something that he said when it pertains to me. Um, but we know how the shit goes, and the title and all of that. But whatever. Everybody does their panel or their channel however they see fit. I'm not one to put people's name, but I could. I mean, um, okay. What else? What else was a takeaway? Okay, so I think he gave like his take on what he felt was is the beef. I don't think that the beef sector is dead. I think it's the content and people got tired. People normalized a lot of stuff and people got comfortable and people played it safe with certain things. And I don't even want to necessarily say the beefing or whatever. I think it's just things kind of change. Things kind of change with whoever, y'all decided was the top person or who was coming live consistently or not, who you guys were having the selective outrage or not. I don't know. I think all of that plays into the role of how things are. And then part of it is the OGs were like, oh, we can't get with this kind of foolishness. A lot of them got tired and decided, chose their peace of mind or life was life in whatever the case is. They do uploads. They're still around. Tracy Case is still around. She still goes live. Jay Dunn is still around. There are tons of them that do uploads and do posts. They just can't be bothered with some of the stuff that they see have been normalized. I don't know. Folks should go live whenever they feel like it. There's no special time slots. That's so annoying. And I think that that's why a lot of people are pointing out, certain things that are happening. And people are just kind of like watching and observing and coming out and making commentary on that. Stacy, thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for hitting the like. Okay. Okay. Let me see what else was talked about over there. The plays. I mean, if y'all can figure out that the plays they play into some of the stuff, how many times I don't even say anything about the plays anymore. It all depends. Plays, scripts, whatever. You can tell when some of the stuff is fake. If y'all have to call each other behind the scenes and y'all have kind of like talked about and pre-planned what is going to happen, people don't know what to believe. Subbies don't know what to believe or not to believe. Okay. And a lot of times they're questioning, is this a play or not? Is it scripted or not? I don't know. Did that have any contribution to how things are? I don't know. Anyway, but Roman was calling it out. Yeah, Lemon used to schedule his lives for 7 p.m. Yeah. Asia, try. You will lose your. Oh my gosh. What the heck are you doing over here with Asia? Don't fight with Asia in the chat, please. Okay, hold up. That distracted me. Okay. So some of the plays he called out, like the condom play in Vegas, what's the reason why the people are doing. Listen, okay, I have my take on what I had called out a while ago as far as like the reason why the people are doing the play. I think when the storylines are not that interesting or they get bored and they feel like they need to kick it up a notch, some of the plays happened for that reason. That is what I kind of like surmised at the end of each play that we were privy to, that they needed to kick up what was called the wow factor, or to kind of like wow the audience, the subbies really. Because if you're thinking about it, who are you trying to wow? It's the subbies, right? The subbies. And then of course, I mean, I think then the second point would be, the content creators who are going to go live and talk about their opinion and stuff. But actually some of the plays just kind of like went flat because the people were like, we're not entertained by this, right? So then you have to up the ante and do additional, and hence why some of the plays continued. Maybe it was kind of dry, and I feel like that's part of the reason, and that's also part of the reason why some of the old history that nobody asked for, not old history, but like old storylines or whatever, are revisited because there's not really a whole lot going on, or people, don't want to talk about shit. And hey, the mayor, good morning. Not even CYA. Okay, I don't know what the heck. I'm choosing not to be looking over there to what the heck they got going on over there. I don't know what they're talking about because that's gonna distract. Oh Lord, not the link. Not the link this early. Not the link. Hold up. Hold up, I gotta do something. That's why the standalone CCs get more respect, numbers, and recognition. They actually build their channels organically and don't have to depend on a sector. Only crabs in a bucket. I agree with that because I think like it doesn't matter if you like have something to put out. You put out whatever you want to put out. Okay, you don't have to run plays. I don't think you have to run plays, but I don't think that anybody has come out here and said why they ran the play. This is just my observation because I've been around in sectors where they actually run plays. Some of the plays, okay, they're entertaining and can be good, but sometimes if you continue to run the same play and they see it the same pattern, people get disillusioned and get tired of it. And they're just not, these are grown people. Like, how many times can you try to play in their face and they'll be like, listen, we're sick of these. And then it becomes an antic because then it's no longer a play. It becomes an antic. Why you gotta run plays? Then your credibility is shot because people don't know, like, you're going behind the scenes and making up stuff behind the scenes and trying to come out here and present it to these grown people as if they can't see right through it, that this looks a little, this is not adding up, or this looks fishy, this is like not sounding, it's like playing with their intelligence, so to speak. And people don't really stand for that. They get tired. How many times will you do it? These are grown folks, right? These are not little kiddies where you sit in front of the TV and be like, hey, watch this. And then you try to tell them that, you try to school them and kind of pump their brain with information. After one, two plays, they're like, okay, you know what? I'm not about to. That condom story, did y'all believe? did y'all did y'all believe the condom thing? That was, I'm using that one because that was one that Roman used, right? What was the reason for that? And then there were like a bunch of other ones. Did y'all believe that? Like, did y'all like any of that? Or did y'all think, okay, you know what? Enough. Okay, initially it was funny. That's why I say initially the people may go chat to chat and laugh and all that. But at the end of the day, when they come back the next day and all things settle, they're like, come on now, stop playing in our face. Okay? Hi, Georgia Peach Boo. Good morning. Hold on. You say that was horrible? Playing in our faces as if we don't know what's going on. We will go along. We will go along with it for a second. After that, just stop. Right. That's what I'm saying. I say I have faith in like, these are adults, okay? Even if the people are the youngest, like their 20s, at the end of it all, when the dust settles, okay, it could be a couple of days or whatever, you're all gonna see it. And you see you see the people in the chat saying, yeah, I knew that wasn't true. I mean, so it's annoying at the time that it's happening, especially if it's like a lie roast or whatever. If it's something that involves like a lie roast or whatever and a slander, at the time it's not funny to the person that it's happening to. But I think that people can see through the bullshit. Hold up. Okay, so wait. Did you really want the link? Did you really want the link for real? Hi, Mr. Barry. Good morning. Anyway, so he had called that out. The play. What else did he call out? I'm trying to see. What else did he call out? I think it's a shock value. But here's the thing: with continuously doing these plays for shock value, that means you gotta up the ante, right? Because these people are not stupid. They are going to get bored with the same sort of plays. And sometimes some of these people that are writing the plays or that are doing the plays, it the people are just getting tired and saying, you know what, I can't stand this foolishness, and they tune out. Okay. They either click off, they tune out, they unsubscribe or whatever. They just get sick of it. Um Kind of like on reality TV. Listen, when reality TV shows started, I thought it was so real. I used to enjoy the ratchetness of it all. I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh. And I really was believing it. And then I found out that it was like scripted. And then I found out that how the producers will manipulate stuff. And it may not necessarily be like scripted, but they'll go and tell what, and you see it happen here on YouTube, right? They'll tell one let's say the housewives, right? And we found out after, I want to say after a couple of years, maybe 2 years of um these shows being very popular, and when they'll come out on their social media after the stuff has aired and they've done the reunion and you see the confessional, they'll come out and say that they were told one thing and then the friend was told one thing, and you see that they kind of force some of the narratives. You tell one person one thing knowing that it's gonna, aggravate the other person. What's gonna happen? And then you put them together in a room and boom, the fight ensues. Okay. um okay, so yeah, when I found that, I was so disappointed, and slowly but sure, listen, and then one of the ones was like, um I think I told you guys that the housewives, because it was really like just the not the housewives, not the housewives, sorry, basketball wives. I just saw some of the stuff that I didn't like. That one was very easy for me to stop. Like the painting black women in a certain light, like the ratchetness and glorifying some of it, and some of the things that I saw, even with the housewife, how certain franchise that weren't painted that way. The network for the basketball wife, it was like all this running on the table and all this. It's always fighting. It's like bullying and all this weird stuff that they promoted. I was like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Okay. Yeah, that was easy for me to freaking stop watching. Okay. Um, when Milagros hit the panel, I was shocked. Yeah, me too. Georgia P, Georgia P said YTC, the reason the subscribers are not donating is because the content is lackluster. There is no breakdown of content. Okay, I can understand that. Hi, Shauna Boo. Good morning. Shauna said that's why I didn't get into the baddies and shows like that. Oh yeah, you can't get me like the way that I would watch. Don't even know how to get to the baddies. I see a lot of people have content on it on YouTube, but I can't. If it's like one of those things where they are jumping on tables and portraying black women as like these, it's just crazy to me. Nah, I can't get down with that shit.
We can't get jiggy with that. Mm-mm.
Hi Kiki, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
What?
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you? Are you still on
I'm
Demon
very
Time?
swell.
Good morning,
Uh,
Natasha.
I'm not running amok.
Cute.
I'm sleepy.
Hi, Fat. Good morning. You didn't get enough sleep?
I've been up all night watching and trolling people and fucking with people.
You've been trolling people still? Oh, Lord Jesus. I saw you over
Hmm.
there, Ellen. And thank you for, like, talking about, yeah, how some of them, like, they get mad at me. And I feel like the selective outrage when it comes to me is so interesting and funny.
That's what I
But,
said on Lemon last night.
yeah, when they get selective over here.
And I
Uh,
stand on what I said. I mean, you've been for the past 2 years. you've been consistent. You've been coming live. You've been doing the news. You've been you know, doing your recaps. And when the new people come along, they act like, oh my God, that's yeah, YTC is just she's just boring. She's
Mhm.
doing the same shit that these piece of shit ass people doing.
I don't
Um,
run no plays. I don't
yeah,
like do anything and go and at the bottom of the barrel and go drag and try to put people in for like for content. I don't do none of that shit. But I mean, I
yeah,
think that some of them like it. But do you? You were
yeah.
shocked about Shawnee O'Neal, Catherine. I was not shocked that she canceled it. I know that I was an avid watcher because I thought that it was nice. And then, like I said, some of the reasons that I stopped watching it was you can see how it's similar to what happens here on YouTube. They gang up on the people, they gang up on certain people. You can tell the people that she was close to. It was very obvious. You just have to pay attention. If you watch what happens when the show is not in production, you can see what happens. And after you watch a couple of seasons, you realize between the confessionals and what the scriptedness of the show is all about, and then you hear them because then when they're not in production, they're able to freely talk. You can make like you can see like what's scripted for TV and what's not, and it just seemed like a lot of the people were done wrong because of the cliquish stuff that they were doing. Remember what's oh gosh, what's the name of that girl that they did so wrong? They all ganged up on her. They made fun of her, they called her, and it like they're like head bullies over there, that were tight. Well, I mean, let's call it what it is. Evelyn was one of the ones that was the number one bully, and she was tight with Shawnee O'Neal. I was thinking, how long is Shawnee O'Neal as the producer is going to continue to? Does she see the portrayal of black women of how it's coming across? So I'm not shocked that she canceled it because it was going down that path for so many years. Okay. Let me see what else. I'll be listening to their content, and there's no excitement. We are here for entertainment to make us laugh, to make us curious, and that's not happening that much. I think there's also like burnout. Like some CCs can get burned out. I don't know for whatever reason. Each person is different, so I can't talk for anybody else. I can only talk for me. I can give my observation. Hi, Shawnee's Boo. Good morning.
Shawnice, what's going on, baby?
Why you change your voice like that?
Yeah, I like Shawnice. I couldn't stand that at first. I like her now. I see that she's a big troll. Hey Miss
If Shawnee's
Shona.
will be trolling. Yep, Shawnee's does troll in the chat. Okay. Shady Tell say, why do people call screaming and yelling content creation, but they can't even create an image meme? Oh, Lord Jesus. Shady, I don't know. I don't know, Shady. Uh,
Now Shawnice, what I told you about that name now. Now watch I talk freaky to your ass. No, you don't like that.
Right, but I think that they throw a bunch of people, right? If I'm giving you a recap, I'm just going to tell you what is happening. And then in turn, you can go over there and go check it out some more, go hear the detail. Now, it's when people come on the panel, now, if they want to give their opinion and start to argue or whatever, shit.
Yeah, these people are a bunch of work. See, let me go ahead on this spiking it up a little bit. I didn't know that guy that just Krista was talking to was a crackhead. I didn't know that he was a
Huh?
dope head. Yeah, they said the guy that Goosey is doing the interview with, he was a crackhead last year.
I've heard things, but because I don't know too much about him.
Hey
Um,
Miss Stacy.
I don't know.
What's up, Dwayne? Yeah, they say he was a crackhead. So here's my thing.
Hi, MJ.
I don't want to hear from a fucking crackhead. Let's just start there. Um, they be on here saying that men, the straight men disrespect the women, and the straight men is disrespectful. But now we're giving a platform to a guy that was disrespecting the fuck out of Just Krista. So just because y'all don't like JC, y'all gonna let us hear from a guy that was disrespecting her. But if it was me, y'all would have tore my ass up.
Thank
I'd
you.
have been all type of yaggedy ass niggas. But now y'all doing interviews with this guy just because he disrespecting JC. Y'all full of shit.
Okay, is that why is the interview? Okay, so I do know that I heard Goosey talk about it. I do know that he's gonna do the interview today. Does BBW is aware? I can't imagine that she's happy
Yeah,
about
they
it.
say they gonna let her hit the panel. Look at Dory. What's up, Dory? You been on Dory? You been on your shit lately. I've been watching you from the bushes. I like your content, Dory. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with it.
So so is this was BBW against it? Because I was thinking, okay, when by the time I finished watching Lemon's replay, Goosey talked about it, but Goosey said he'll be back, right? I think he
Yeah.
was wasn't he live or is he live? I don't know, but he said that he was going to be doing an interview with the guy later today. And then I remember that he said, was it yesterday or the day before when he was on Lemon's panel? He said that it asked Lemon if he would show up, and Lemon said yes. And I guess also Duke. Now, what is the purpose of
I mean,
the
we
interview?
already see what it is. It's gonna be a chaos panel. It's gonna be a crazy ass panel. I already see the angle that it's going in. We're not slow. Somebody say actually he doesn't disrespect BBW. She started with him. It don't matter who started with who. At the end of the day, um, it's a straight
BBW started
man
with who? Started
with the
with
Blake
here's
guy.
with the Blade guy or with I thought BBW and the Blade guy are together.
No, we talking about the disrespectful stuff. At the
Oh, okay.
but this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I start with Sunny. I be starting shit with Sunny.
And I be
And
hating it and trying not to be in you guys' stuff because were
yeah,
you talking shit to her? I could have sworn I saw it in my replay. I was like,
yeah,
damn,
I
I should
was.
have
I
said
started with her
something to him.
yesterday.
You started with her. She was minding her own business. You
Well,
see what I'm saying?
she was talking to that guy, and I got mad, so I started talking shit.
So you got a
But
little jealous.
I sure did.
Can you apologize to her, please? She was talking. I think the last thing I saw was her and Fact were talking about a show. Why you get jealous?
I don't like it.
Oh my God. Well, at least you're admitting it. I hope Sunny is in the cloud. Somebody please tell Sunny, like, damn.
Nah, I'm
I
gonna buy
watched it.
me
I
and
was
Sunday
like,
a
why the
membership over
hell?
here. I'm gonna get
Oh,
us a
why?
membership.
Oh, why the hell was Ken picking with this lady? She wasn't doing
I
shit
didn't
to
like it.
you. They weren't even talking up. It wasn't even flirting. What were they what was it that you
Well,
didn't like?
well, she didn't say hey to me, so
Oh, she didn't say, hey, but were you
yeah.
dragging her? I would cuss
I,
you the fuck out.
yeah, I was
Were
saying
you
some crazy
dragging
shit.
her? He is a mess, okay? He
I
is
sure
really
did.
a
Got
mess.
jealous. See, niggas don't do what
At
I
least he's
do. At
admitting
least
it,
I be
okay?
real, and I say
Thank
that I
God
get
he's
mad or
admitting
get in
it.
my fear. Other people be, oh no, I don't do all that bitch ass shit. Man, at the end of the day, y'all niggas need to start being real sometime because that should be like y'all saying that BBW started with him. At the end of the day, he's a fucking man. He do be cursing her out. He do be talking to her bad. He do be treating her. He treat her worse than what the fuck Lemon did. Man, that man be talking to her crazy when niggas be on that panel, and y'all giving him a platform to still do it. But if I do it, you motherfuckers will be deep down my throat. Y'all are hypocrites.
Selectiveness.
Period.
Yeah.
Y'all don't care about women. Y'all care about views, likes, attention. Stop trying to act like y'all care about the straight men attacking the black women when y'all allow us to do it by letting us on y'all panel and doing these motherfucking fake ass interviews. Man, stop playing with me.
Hi, Mimi. Good morning. Okay, so they're saying that she's not a victim. Okay, I think we can say she's not a victim. It's
It
a
don't matter.
mistake.
He's a
Okay,
man.
and they're saying he's not the only one. What did they say? He's not the only. He's not the only one. He's just the one that said it out loud. And then Georgia Peach is like lies. Thank you. Thank
Who
you.
is
No
Georgia
pressure
Peach?
for becoming
Is
a
she
member.
fine?
I don't know. She doesn't have a picture on there.
Oh, okay. Because if you was
Ken
fine, I
is a
was gonna let you
mess.
slide,
Damn
baby.
it. Ken is a mess. Dory, good
Yes,
morning.
me. Hey, good morning. Good morning,
What's up,
Ken.
Dory?
I'm not agreeing with you wholeheartedly about the hypocrisy. Yeah, Georgia Peach is mad cool though. She's cool, y'all.
Jordan
Mm-hmm.
Peach is cool and supports a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the whole BBW thing, I know it's supposed to happen. I can't think that it's gonna be positive, especially if you have Lemon there. I don't know where she stands with Duke or whatever. I don't follow the Blake and her story, but I thought that they were together. At times I hear bad things from the people that do follow them. I have gone over there on BBW side, like in her chat, and I've heard some of the interaction. And when it got to be disrespectful, I skedaddled out of that freaking chat so quick because I don't really know him. I can't judge him or know his history. I have heard some of the things that they said about him, but I don't know enough to like give any commentary on how he is. But yeah, I mean, if we talk about Lemon and BBW, we know the history with that, okay? And I say it's 50-50 for the
Well,
two of them.
I have actual screenshots of him dragging Blake dragging Just Krista. Mm-hmm. Because I do a subscribers point of view show, and
Mhm.
cause I highlight subscribers and what they think. And yeah, I have when Just Krista was sucking on that popsicle thing. I think it was like a neon green or something. She was doing nasty, and yeah, he was in the chat dragging the shit out of her. This is I'm talking about Blake.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard certain things. Like I've heard Tracy Case recap it. I've heard Pizarro talk about it. Yeah, and some of the things, but they are currently together, aren't they? They're together, right?
No, I don't watch her hardly anymore because this is redundant. But like she was actually lining herself up with one of his friends. But remember, he had that snow bunny in his bed while he was
I heard
seeing
that from
Chris.
Tracy. Yes, I heard that
Yeah.
from Tracy. And then they talked about it over there at Pizarro's, and I think that BBW explained it.
There's no explaining that shit. They were eating and fuking. Okay, on it was like, come on
Oh,
now.
Jesus.
Yeah, you can't nigga explain that, girl. Not at all. And
That's
that's
what
what
I
Ken's
heard.
saying. Ken's saying, like, for real, Ken get the bad rap for disrespecting women. If that was Ken, it would be a whole uproar. They've been trying, it's for real, and that's true. Like, that's what I'm talking about. These people be straight hypocrites, y'all.
Okay, Miss Whistledown said they're on home. Really? Yeah, like some of the stuff I heard, I was like, oh my god. Uh BBW holds a distinction of the first YouTube account.
Have
Oh,
Have y'all seen Palm Readers musical she did about
I haven't seen her stuff in a while. Has she? Is she?
girl, it's on my community wall. YTC, it's her in an insane asylum. I am hollering. I swear, Goosebumps is her roommate. I bet you. It's just
Wow.
weird
So
as
this
hell.
interview is probably going to. It might ruffle her feathers. Ooh.
Who I don't care. So one of my subs dropped in under my comments was like, "She talking about me." Like, nah. Like, and I told Lemon to his face, I don't believe he really was feeling that lady. She old enough to be his mother. Weird. This should be weird, right, Ken? Ain't it weird?
I mean, yeah,
This
this
shit
is
is
gonna
weird.
be. He's on fuck shit too with his wannabe. Okay, I'm reading what the chat is saying. Hey, Noble, good morning.
Mm,
Hey, hey, Cole, 1973. Good morning. Why
My
do
bad,
folks
y'all. I
attack
was on the
you?
phone.
okay.
Um, child, I don't know what. I think, like you said, Ken. I was thinking, okay, do BBW and Goosey get along? What brought about this interview? Like, how is she gonna take this interview? Because
Wait,
I call
wait,
him Pet
what the one you
Cemetery.
talking about?
Wait a minute, hold on, Kim, real quick. I'm gonna say this. I'll be quiet.
All right.
I call Goosebumps Pet Cemetery because Pet Cemetery is obsessed with Blake and Just Chris, the storyline. On self admission, he admitted it. Yes, Pet Cemetery is so obsessed with
He,
them.
Goosey said he's upset. Wait, big you sector
I
was.
mean, everybody is obsessed with the story. I'm not going to even lie. I mean, Goosey just being, we know Goosey being Goosey. That's how Goosey was in
Yeah, I
2020.
think Goosey's just doing Goosey, but the fact that,
Yeah.
well, of course Blake was gonna agree to the interview. I mean, this is gonna be a big audience and all that. And Lemon would Lemon would not hesitate to entertain the fuck shit of it. And I think he's kind of like, oh, and then did she threaten? I didn't know that he played a little snippet. I knew when her name came up in his live, but um, Pazar came over last night and told Lemon that BBW said that he played a portion of her live or something, and that he
Oh
better
yeah,
take it
yeah.
down
Lemon,
because she was
yeah,
gonna strike him.
flag him. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
Child.
yeah, yeah,
mean,
for playing his stuff.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with that because that is her stuff. So if she don't want you to play her stuff, then take it down. Don't play her
I
stuff.
think he said he took it down.
He did. He deleted the whole video. I wouldn't have deleted the whole
He's
video
going
because
to.
that video had a lot of views. So that was slow. But
I mean, he can go and edit it out. I mean, he can
I
private it
don't
and
think he
just
know how to
edit.
do that.
I think he knows how to do that because he's brought back other stuff. I mean, he's just gonna take away the chat. YTC, he's going to pitch for the love of. Oh my gosh, the interview is probably
What he's
more
going
of
to
a
do for the love of
presentation.
Blicker?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I don't know if the
Everybody
beef
gonna fuck
sector,
with
if
him,
the beef
Blicker.
sector is gonna be interested in him pitching for the love of Blake. It will
Ain't
really be
nobody
because
gonna fuck with no
BBW
Blake.
is, yeah. If BBW has any part of it, it will be that reason.
Yeah, very aware. I think very somebody, she's a moderator. No, I ain't trying to disrespect you, but why would I be jealous of a kid almost, okay? That is not a productive member of society, no social security credits, is possibly on some type of psychiatric medication that allows him to go online for 20 something plus hours, okay? Let's be real. Let's put things in proper perspective. Like
Yeah,
and
Dwayne,
I'm
I'll do
that's
one.
serious, yo. Like that's some weird ass shit. If y'all like weirdness, go right ahead. Stay away from
Hold
me. I'm
on.
good.
Hold on, Dory. Oh,
Yeah.
they disrespectful. Hold on. First of all,
Mm,
can y'all please get the likes up, baby? Like, come on now. Y'all be disrespectful with the
mm.
like, baby. All you gotta do is look, just go out, hit the like button, come back, and finish listening. Y'all be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Then it's
Oh,
weird.
Okay, so Goosey trolls
YTC.
differently. Goosey trolls differently, and I think he's been trolling the same way. I don't know if he has any history with BBW. I don't think so because BBW was away when BBW was not really coming live at the time when Goosey was live, so I don't know. That remains to be seen. But there's, you can definitely tell that having this link up or this interview is going to stir some shit up. You guys
Oh,
like the relationship
it is.
thing. You guys like this relationship thing. So for those of you that like it, I think it's about to stir some shit up, and I don't know. I don't know how that is gonna go, but I
Oh
think
no.
we know the direction it's headed. Hey, Glossy, good morning.
I
yeah. I
want
mean,
to
I
see
think
it,
it's gonna
but
be
I
good.
don't really want to watch Pet Cemetery. I swear that man gives me
Who
the
is Pet
EBT.
Cemetery? Are you calling
Who's
Goosey Pet Cemetery? Oh
Mm,
Lord
he
Jesus.
sound like he killed animals and shit, and they sitting on his bed with bones
Allegedly.
in a damn shoebox. Girl, no,
I
thank you.
strike
Shit
Rambo.
weird. Mm-mm. But I'm gonna watch it though, because I want to see the dynamics.
Okay, so they're saying that you were just good with Goosey. What happened?
I was never good with Goosey. If y'all know me since my first channel with Goosebumps, ill. No, Mona and I never liked Pet Cemetery because he's fucking weird. Like seriously, that shit does not make
Not
sense to
Dory.
me.
Not Goosey is cool now. Goosey is
No,
cool.
I don't trust it, Ken. I'm good on that. I never really liked him. And I always back him up in corners because he thinks he can outsmart people the way, because he does have vernacular. But no, I back him up in the corner. He hates that shit. And then he deflects. Oh, Dora, you say you're this. Oh, Dora, you say you that. No, nigga, you up here replaying people videos, sounding all monotone and shit. Sound like you living in a basement. No, no, thank you. I don't put losers on
Shout out to the
pedestals.
basement.
Just out to the basement. I don't put losers on pedestals. He need to be in somebody's university. okay, or in a goddamn job, and he can't even hold down a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. Y'all don't
Well,
find that
well, now,
suspicious
Dory,
and
I
weird?
ain't got no job now. Don't do us like
They
that now.
said,
You
You
they
married?
ain't
How
why do
long
you
you
fucking.
been
hid
married,
his
Ken?
link?
How long
They
you been
said, why
married?
you hid his link? They asked in the
For
chat, why
13
do you hid
years.
his link then?
I had my reason for hitting this link, just like he hit my link. Mm-hmm. I had a reason. But I've done my commentary. Y'all better start paying attention to people. I do. I'm not here for fan favorite. You know, I'm not. That shit is weird as fuck to me. Ken, you are a married man. You're holding down a relationship. You're parenting. This motherfucker is
He's
like what?
also young. You do realize that, I mean, I think you know, because
Right.
you,
My son was in college. My son is making six figures now, YTC. Something ain't right with that shit. That shit is not mentally stable.
Listen. I don't give a fuck what these people do. All I
Right,
know is
Ken?
I'm here to destroy. I'm here to troll, and I'm here to be on
not
demon
Right.
time.
destroy.
I can
Yeah,
get
I
that, Ken. See,
don't
at
care
least
about
you
these people.
honest. At least you're
Yeah.
honest. These people don't question a fuck thing. That shit's weird to me. What are you doing all day online in your 20s? My son, it would be a huge problem. But they don't, you and Ken, your sentiments exactly, because they don't give a fuck. But don't sit there and play in my face and ask, and y'all don't question a fuck thing. Y'all
Can
don't
you
question
stop?
shit. And it speaks to them. It ain't a me problem. It ain't a me problem. The fuck? I wish my son
You'll
would.
be tuning in. Ken said destroy. I don't know what the heck he's trying to destroy.
At
Ken,
least
what
Yeah,
he's
I
you
don't give a
mean
real.
damn.
destroy, Ken?
Destroy,
Just,
flag the
What you
shit out of them if I don't
destroying?
like them.
mhm. At least he honest. Y'all don't question a fuck thing. Y'all just go with the flow. Just stupid. Fuck that. And then he
I mean,
16. It's weird.
it's just it really doesn't matter to me. I've been stopped really paying attention to the beef sector because
Hmm.
they don't support each other. They support everybody else, and outside of everybody else, they don't really support the beef sector. So I've been
True.
stopped really giving a fuck about them. But at the same time, I'm not no hater, and I ain't gonna hate on no female or no male. I just don't care. All I know is I'm gonna troll the shit out you, whether I
Right.
like you
At
or
least
Yeah,
not.
you
we see that.
honest. At least you straight up honest with your shit, Ken. My whole thing is these motherfuckers, they don't question shit. They just go with a chat room. Like, nah, that shit is fucking weird. Like, there's no way you're gonna tell me he came in this sector at 16 years old, around at the black sector. He can't be any more than 22, 23. He should have a college degree, okay? Some type of
Maybe he's going
relation.
to school and doing that.
Do you hear him talking about any damn thing? How you going to school, YTC, and you
Now you
online
good, Dwayne.
20 damn near
Nowadays,
24 hours a
online
day?
schooling
How
or
can he
whatever.
study? How could he be studying? Y'all see this man do 20 damn hour live streams, go to sleep for a couple hours, get back up and be online. It's impossible. That's common sense. It's impossible. Anybody that studied a book,
But I
he's not
mean,
even reading a
Dory,
fucking library book.
he's a young whippersnapper though. The little nigga young, you know.
He's young. If you think about, like, if the age you said is right, do you realize how young that is? What could people be doing at that age? You could be in school.
Yeah,
Nowadays the
he
schooling
got
is different. You
stamina.
can do,
Our old
How
ass
is he
can't do
doing
that.
school if he's online 24/7? Why
you
does he
can
not
do
have a
online
job?
schooling. A lot of these
How
places you
can he
can
be
do online.
studying? YTC, you
I have
tell me
no
when he's
idea. I'm just
studying.
saying.
When? Since he's been back, pay attention.
Hi,
He's
Black
not
Girl
done.
Code. Good morning.
He's not done anything. It's not about who you like. It's about questioning things. There's no possible way that this man is even studying a cat in the hat book. No, he's
Well,
studying
hold on,
women.
Dory. Let's talk
Huh?
about this. Let's talk about this, Dory. Let's talk
Yeah.
about when
Okay,
I
what did
went in
you
that
say?
mommy sector
We
last
do
night,
listen to some of
and
What
our.
them
happened?
women in the mommy sector panties
We
got wet
do,
when
but
I cammed up.
sometimes.
Yes,
What?
Lord.
Hold up. Let
Okay.
me answer this question. Okay, Georgia P said, YTC, why do you think y'all CCs don't listen to some of our advice knowing we are the view? We do listen. We incorporate like some of the advice, but sometimes um we have our own mind, and maybe like
Mm.
if you guys don't like somebody or maybe a panelist or something, we know that they are a fellow like content creator or whatever. In this case, let's say Dory. Okay, Dory's a fellow I know that you guys get agitated, but for the sake of content, okay, we allow collaboration, or we are understanding of what's going on, and we allow the people to voice their opinion on our platform, and you try to do the same and co-support. I'm just talking from my perspective.
Okay, now
uh,
ask me.
okay. I'm scared to
My
ask
turn.
you. Okay, I'm scared to ask you. But ultimately, we do listen to what you guys say. I know I do. It may seem like I don't, like you guys get so annoyed or whatever, but we not all of us can be as forceful and as like so mean or whatever. And I'm gonna get to that because some people have called Pastor mean. I'm gonna tell you what he said. What is it? What did you say, Ken? Dory tripping. I come in peace. Okay, thank you so much, Yvonne Boo. Thank you for the super chat.
I like Yvonne.
I like Yvonne too. Now
Nah,
what?
Georgia Peach, I'm just fucking with you. Well, I can I be honest? Well, I don't care about y'all opinion. I'm just gonna be honest. I
Ken,
don't give a fuck. Um,
you
your
do care, but you
opinion.
just be doing what you want to do at the time that you
Yeah,
want to do it.
yeah.
Ken
Well,
will just
damn,
cuss everybody
YTC.
out.
Yeah, I do. I care about some of y'all opinion, not all of it.
Yeah, he does. Don't be fooled. Some of y'all that have been here long enough, you know that he does. Because eventually he'll come back. He'll be like, "Yeah, I know, I was wrong. I was just going off."
You know, YCC
Yeah,
King Roman
the
News
old
asked a
school people,
question
I do.
yesterday. Yeah, I do
What?
agree. I agree. Queen, he said, and I want to answer this question: what are the entrance doors, and the exit doors in the beach sector? Where are they? The answer is King Roman News. They're the subscribers. Trust me, the
Yeah.
majority of these people. Okay, I'll have 5, 10 people in my chat, maybe 20, whatever. I'm still doing my thing. You know, the majority of CCs won't go live without a cash app from a subscriber, without a super chat from a subscriber. Okay. Or they also, if the subscribers be like, nah, I'm not finna watch you. They're not gonna go live. They need numbers in order to make them thrive. So the subscribers are the ones that really, really, really actually dictate the trajectory of the sector and the content. And, you know, all this digital panhandling is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Listen, the beef
I'm about to run a
sector,
piece on that. Yeah, I'm about to run a piece on digital panhandling. It's a true thing.
the beef sector have the best subscribers.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. The
Mm-hmm.
I
our
agree.
subscribers are the best subscribers out of all sectors. They keep it
Yeah.
real. They call your ass out, and after they keep it real and call you out, they gonna cash app you afterwards. I
Yeah.
fuck with that,
But that's the thing. They
and it
don't
don't be malicious.
let these subs not
Your sound went out, Dory. I can't believe you're gonna do the digital panhandling. That's gonna be
being majority
interesting.
of these people they need that can't see doing. We saying we gotta
Yeah,
say
our subscribers
subscribers,
is
and that's
real.
the thing.
And then if you need help, it don't necessarily be the CCs that be helping people. It be the subscribers. That's why I say the beef sector have the best subscribers. And any sector could challenge me on that. They could challenge me on that. Period. They fuck with you. If they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, they gonna let your ass know they don't. But if
Yeah,
you in
Yeah.
need, they gonna come and help you.
true. That,
Mm-hmm.
I
That
seen
is
it
so
okay.
happen.
true. Right.
Okay, so
Right.
there's something else. Okay, so we talked about Kimberman talked about the play. I talked about the play already. The manipulation, omitting certain things. That was he was kind of like saying it how it kind of started behind the scenes and then graduated into like some of these plays. And for me, I've always called out some of the plays and child, listen, you can go back all the way back to like the beginning of 2025. But the thing is, what happens with doing a play is that you lose your credibility, and two, you just feel like you have to up the ante. The subbies are not stupid. They get tired of their faces being played in, and that's why they're revolting in the manner that they're revolting now, right? They're going away, they're saying stuff, and they're taking their support, whether it's money or whatever, and they're saying, ugh, enough, stop insulting our intelligence or whatever, because at the end of the day, who are you running the plays for? You want them to be entertained. Whatever your reason is for doing some of the plays, you're doing it to get a reaction, to get an effect, either by way of people, a bunch of numbers in your chat, a bunch of people being happy, tuning in, the storyline continuing, obviously monetarily, gaining from it. Okay.
Hmm.
And then until you're not. Okay. So what else? They talked about, like, like the slander, like being on the phone and recording and then manipulating, and then some of the stuff coming out here on YouTube on Mad Day, or maybe not on Mad Day. Well, he did use the Room Shaker and Lady Nika stuff. Oh,
I
I'm sure.
think that is very weird that an adult can record another adult when y'all having a grown up conversation, or whether it's nasty time conversation.
It shows the
I think that
intent.
is weird.
It
Yeah,
shows
I
the
think it's weird
intent
too.
from the very beginning. The intent. Hi, Cassie, you boo. It shows the intent from the very beginning. That minute, that time, which is like at the time, if you go back to like the remix where I was like, at what point did you decide to record her? Because I
What's
never
up,
got
Cassie,
the
baby?
inkling that Brie recorded, meaning that she never had the intent. She never saw it like that deep or a problem to where she felt, oh, I gotta get something in my back pocket. So when one or both parties feel like that, then that means that something has changed, or there is some sort of
Well,
bad
I wouldn't say
what.
that.
I want to say this real quick, Ken. I'm one of the only ones that called him out for being a bitch ass nigga. Okay,
Who?
recording female.
Who?
Uh, remix. Nigga was in his
Oh,
whole
that's what we talking
feelings.
about.
Yeah, he was in his whole feelings. So Brianna so fat and funky, like let him tell it.
She's
Then he
not fat
caught
and funky.
feelings.
She lost weight.
I know she looks great. Nah, he caught feelings. This bitch caught feelings. It was just plain as day. And I'm like one of the only ones that called his ass out. So much so he didn't want me on Jay Wilson's panel. Cause I call this shit for what it is.
I agree with this, Georgia Peach. I think you can see that this is an example of where people got tired of the storyline or the play, because some people really felt that it was real, and I kept saying, you guys have to know what it is. Even when BBW came out and said, I just go over there, I use it for content, it's some of the highest views that I got. We Y'all should have understood that that's what it was for. But I think the people said, okay, well, if we know that this is what it is, why do you keep on coming back and replaying, like remaking the same stuff over and over? And they
Mhm.
sick of it. Okay, so that is one
I,
example.
I
I
agree
think
with Georgia
a
Peach.
Goosey is gonna make it. I think he gonna remix the. To me, I think that this interview is gonna be very good and it's gonna be very interesting. I think he gonna bring something new to this storyline, especially if Duke involved, Lemon involved, BB Duck. This is gonna be very. It's gonna be good.
Lemon gonna show his ass. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need Blake and Lemon to be start arguing and dragging each other. I don't want it to be no boring ass. Let's just talk about BBW type of shit and compare notes. I
I hope
mean,
it's
we need
not
to
like
get
that
to
either.
it. Huh?
I hope it's not like that, because it'll be like her versus all these other guys. I mean, it will be
No,
really
I don't
weird.
think it's about her. I think it's basically about him. They just want to know him. You feel what I'm saying? And then
Mm.
after they get to know him, then they're gonna
Hi,
go on to
baby.
the um BBW situation because I do want to know about him and how he got on crack and because
Mm.
I want to know
I don't
about
know
stuff
that
like
hit
that.
side of him. That's weird. Okay.
That's where I go. And also because Pet Cemetery Bumps is obsessed with Blake, and just because the storyline, he gonna have the questions. He's gonna have questions to ask. So I know that's coming. What
Who
time is
is
this
Pet
thing?
Cemetery?
Goosebumps?
Yeah, every
Oh
time she
Lord,
says it, it's
Dory.
like I'm like, what? Why'd you give him that name?
Cause that motherfucker sound like he got cats and dogs and gerbils and shit
Oh
under
my
his
god.
goddamn bed and shoe boxes out this motherfucker. Hell no.
Look at Cassie fine. Cassie so fine.
Is she pretty?
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm
Y'all ever saw
interested.
Cassie when she used to come live?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she went live when she had her little boyfriend. She was talking about her man. Yeah,
And they
he's
was
mad
tearing
too.
Goosebumps ass up in Lemon's chat yesterday. I'm not the only one feeling like this.
Always tearing people up and fuck lemon chat.
I'm
First of
just
all,
saying that's what was going on, child.
they're a bunch of ass kissers up there.
I couldn't see his chat. I was not looking. I think I was already on my way to bed. I was
Yeah, he was
listening to
like, "Damn, they tearing Pet Cemetery ass up."
No,
Mm-hmm.
they like Goosey over there. They no, they
Nah,
like Goosey over
they was
there.
lighting his ass up last night.
So what did he do?
He's just creepy.
She talking about,
People,
man.
people see him.
Hey, Catherine, you know what I'm talking about.
So, what time is this interview supposed to happen?
I don't know. I think he's
6 o'clock.
supposed to set it up. Is that 6 o'clock his time or what?
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
He's on
Because
the
he got to
West
go
Coast.
to the movies at 9.
Okay. And y'all don't hear when grown folks be telling him to walk how hollow that damn room is? This
I'm in
shit
I
is
my
don't know
living room.
about
You don't hear
that.
how hollow my living room is? That bitch live as hell.
no, Ken, you sound all right. Dead ass.
Oh, thank you.
That should be hollow as a motherfucker. He's like in somebody fucking insane asylum.
Oh my gosh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so did y'all hi Rodney. Did y'all hear did y'all hear Pastor's live? Okay, because did somebody bring it up? I feel like somebody brought it up on Lemon's chat, but anyway, I watched his replay. So he said that he's no longer interested in like hearing some of the whole like Lemon and Lolo debacle.
Shut up,
Like,
Glossy.
okay, he said that he was not interested in that. That he will, go over and watch some people, but like some of the stuff he's not really so much interested in some of the content. Okay, and then apparently, did he have some sort of exchange with Goosey? He said,
You don't want him around there. He don't want that creep around there. See, we old heads know what time it is.
well,
Mm.
I think somebody in the chat asked because it was like he read something. When I watched his replay, the chat was not in. So he had read a comment, and I think somebody may have asked him if why would Goosey say that he's mean?
No,
Um,
what happened was Pet Cemetery hit Jay Wilson's link and wanted to know if he could stream Jay Wilson, and Jay Wilson told him hell no. Yeah,
I
that's what that was
heard
all about.
know that was the reason, but that's the reason that he said that he was mean. Oh, I cannot, y'all. I can't take
Yeah,
people.
people don't take kindly. This your content. Carry his Pet Cemetery making hair and quilts and shit out of dead animals. Carry your ass on some fucking where.
Well, I like for him to make me a lion quilt
What?
so I can wear it for Mardi Gras.
Child. You know, got
What is Ken talking about?
gerbils
Please,
and poodle
somebody.
quilts and shit. He done made out their goddamn hair. He fits the type. I don't care what y'all talking about. Shit. Y'all see that nigga on
Wait,
CNN
okay,
one
give me a
day. Don't say I
testimony.
didn't tell you.
Help me, please,
Hmm.
because I don't. That doesn't sound like that would be the reason why Goosey would say that he's mean. So
That
somebody,
is it. That's it. Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
knew of that, but I didn't know that he would say. I knew that he had hit the link over there and wanted and asked him if he could
Hmm.
stream it.
And yep, and Jay Wilson said he a troublemaker. He said Goosebumps is a troublemaker. Y'all
Okay,
don't
Goosebumps
see
is
that
just like all
motherfucker.
of
Watch. Give
us.
it up.
He's not a troublemaker. The-
okay.
Jason, you a troublemaker. It's a
Pastor
difference.
did give his take on the whole situation. Okay,
Body fuck you seeing it,
he
child.
he said that he's mean, shady, and what? And
And who that sound like? Pastor, correct? You
he
can't
said,
call Goosebump out if you just like him. So stop it.
wait,
That
That's what
boy
he
just
said,
doing
but no,
everything
that's
that
not
all of us
happening.
do. He's mean, he's shady, and it is all of us do that shit. Like I don't see what is the problem with what Goosey is doing?
okay,
He's
Dimple
doing
said
the
that's why I
exact
didn't
same
read my
shit.
earlier comment. I didn't think that that would be the only reason because I heard Goosey say that. No, Pastor dropped Brian for Goosey, okay? Because he explained it. He was explaining it because I didn't know that was the reason. Remember, I'm watching it after I already heard Goosey make the comment as far as like Pastor, saying no to streaming the content. But this part I heard this morning when I watched Pastor's replay that he didn't want to hear all that stuff that Brian was saying. Okay. So he said he dropped Brian for Goosey. Pastor told Brian bye because someone more interested is here.
Mm-hmm.
Then Goosey, okay, so I hadn't watched that, but Goosey went somewhere and was either Pizarro or Lemons and was like, I think that Brian is going to get Pastor next because he did him dirty. Okay, by doing that, where it was like by someone interested is here, and then he dropped him. Okay,
And
so that
then
part.
Brian goes, now y'all know the Rider Live just bought Brian a computer. Now, then Brian goes on his channel and does a video edit. You know how he be like an AI video,
Good
dragging Jay
morning,
Wilson.
Barbara.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure did.
Honey love boo.
Hey, Miss
Okay,
Catherine.
Hey,
so
Catherine Bates.
sure. Okay, um.
That's what happened.
I like to hear Miss Catherine talk about cooking. Her and Lovely Love. Uh,
Child, they
They
be
get to going
arguing.
back and forth. Hey Kiki, good morning. Hey Sage Gage, good morning.
yeah, I love to hear them
Uh,
two go back and
You should have
forth
oh,
heard. They
about
was
Daquan,
on my
it's
cooking.
your
channel
birthday.
cutting up.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Daquan. Q Man, is that who you're? Quan, it was your birthday? It's interesting that Goosey don't speak ill of this lady. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that they. Sure. Hey, Nick, good
Mm-mm.
morning. Okay, so
Y'all can have that.
he
I
said
don't
what
give a
fines
damn.
mean in reference to all of that was people taking people's channel, like some of the other stuff that's going on, the flagging, people having flag team, that's what he finds me. But then because somebody had asked him about what Goosey said, he said he felt like Goosey was mean and flippant when he just went to using the hood tables content without asking. That's what he responded to somebody asking him that whole stuff about, right? He was really saying that, he doesn't have to deal with certain people. He doesn't feel like some of the content is worth it, that he still goes to certain places. He still goes and watches them, and that he doesn't know, like how things are going to be for him. He's got a lot of stuff going on in real life, and some of it is exciting. He had said that before, and I caught it, right? He said, but
Mm.
you can't come out and share some of the stuff you got going on because, people want to mess it up. But he did say that, what did he say that he said that, the, who is, Goosey and, Kung Fu Panda do like these social experiment where they go and use people for, like play with people, for content or for commentary. And basically, he said he doesn't have time for it. Okay, to fight with you and basically do all of that. I don't want to say trolling because he didn't use the word
Sociopathic
troll.
stuff, girl. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Okay, and he
All
was
right,
saying
boo.
that he felt like it was getting a little bit obsessive, but to him, he feels like that's not really entertaining or content, and so he
Eh,
chooses to stay away from it. Hey,
he don't do it.
storylines. Good
This is no
morning.
fucking content. Let the young boy do his thing. Let the
Do
young
people
boy
watch?
do his thing.
Damn it, damn it! Hey, Kiki, I saw you in somebody's chat when you were. I think it might have been Roman. Oh, when it
I was
came to
cutting up in
this,
his chat. I ain't gonna hold you.
I think it was
I
in.
was
I think
talking
it
shit.
was. It was either that or lemons where you were like, well, child, some of you
Nah,
guys.
I think that was Roman chat. Yeah, I was cutting up over there. Yeah, I like that video he did, especially with Menagra. Menagra, lady. Um,
Yeah, Georgia Peach, I agree. I think that's what Goosey does. He chose a different way to get people, whatever it is that he has found interesting or that piques his interest, he will try to get an answer or something to that effect. And I feel like maybe this interview with these guys is one of that. Ken, will you hit the link over there to go troll? Because, you love to go up on a
and you
panel.
know I am. I'm damn sure gonna get up there, and I want to ask some questions. I'm
Like
gonna
what?
stir some shit up.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Will you be on BBW's side or will you be on the guy's side?
I'm going to troll and be on BBW side. I'm definitely going to troll. Uh, I really don't give a damn about neither one of them. Let's be clear. But I'm going to be on BBW side because I just want to be the villain today. You know, I want to be the villain.
He said he wants to be the villain
I
today.
want the chat to drag me.
Why do you want to get dragged, Ken?
That's what I did on King Roman. The whole chat was dragging me, and I loved it.
This is.
I just get a thrill out of the people talking crazy to me. It just makes, you know what I'm saying? It just makes me just shit. You know? It's like drugs. Fuck these people.
Mm.
Give a damn about the
Duke
fucking
is hitting the
shit.
link too, but I don't think that they're in a band,
Fuck all you
so I don't
bitches.
know what that's about.
Hmm.
I have my opinion, but if you have eyes and ears to see and hear, you know what the hell is going on. Yes, yes, exactly.
Fucking with me. I'll tell all y'all up me. I'll take
Pastor
all
said,
you hoes out on a date. Hmm.
Pastor said that there was somewhere where I heard that they were saying that Pastor was going away. Pastor's not going away. I think he said based on what he has going on in real life and he doesn't care to talk about, he may or may not have time to be here as often as he used to. It doesn't mean he's going away. It just means that he's got good things happening and he has no time for foolishness. Okay, a lot happening, and I think that he's saying that he's gonna have to figure it out. Hi, Black Girls Code. Good
Look at her. Look at
morning.
she can't stand me. Her
Oh,
black
Black
girl's
Girls
cold.
Code.
What's up, baby?
Mm-mm.
She stayed talking shit to me, huh? But I
Did
would,
you talk shit to
girl.
her?
I sure do.
See, I knew it.
Hmm.
Oh, they're gonna be heated if you're on her side. Yeah, that's the can,
Oh,
right?
they gonna be
Good morning.
pissed that I'm on her side.
Okay, you say,
And
can we do a lot together where together on why black people are hated so much by racism and slavery because it's Black History Month? Listen, it just seems like during Black History Month with the stuff that this guy in the White House did with the Obamas, this like despicable. I don't care if you're representing the king in the jungle or whatever the heck it's just disgusting. It's appalling. And then of all months to do it, Black History Month, okay? Anyway,
I'm act like I got a crush on her.
on who? BBW?
Sure is. Sure is.
Why would you do that? Okay, so that would be
To
your
piss the
Tony
crowd
Megas.
off.
Okay, but are you gonna piss them off? Lemon's not gonna
Hmm.
care. Duke's probably not gonna care. Do you think Blake's gonna care? You would really
Yeah.
be trolling
Yeah. Because
great.
I'm act like
Hi,
that's my woman.
Brookie. Huh?
I'm act like that's my woman. I've been dealing with her for 6 months. Sure is.
Y'all hear this
What's up,
shit?
bro?
Y'all hear Ken already planning his troll move?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say I'm sick of these bitch ass niggas playing with my old lady like that. Like man, and I'm gonna tell BBW, bitch, I told you about fucking with these pussy ass internet niggas. You heard me? And then I'm gonna tell her get down, and we gonna get down. Yeah.
You already tell her to get down.
I'm gonna say, oh, I told you about fucking with these internet,
God damn
this
it.
drunk nigga and this dope head. Bitch, you know better than that, hoe. Now get down, bitch, and we gonna get down. Mm.
Oh my, this is
Lord.
no pressure. I'm telling you, this guy is sick. Okay,
Yeah.
so she will obviously have a chance to hit the link, okay? Because I mean, what do they all have in common? They have her in common. And what the heck what is she gonna say? And then here comes Ken. Here comes Ken with all this bullshit. Hi, Isha Boo, good morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up there acting like I'm mad. So you been so who is this Blake nigga? Like you so you been talking to this
Fact
Blake
told
nigga?
you. Fact said Ken, please no.
Y'all know how I am. I'm petty. So you been talking to this bitch ass. So who the fuck is this nigga?
uh,
Y'all
Bookie,
know how I
y'all are
am, man.
hearing this shit. Y'all are hearing this come out of his
Hey,
mouth. Okay, he's planning. And then if Goosey decides to drop you off the panel,
he just gonna drop me off. I'm gonna act like I don't know who Lemon is too.
uh-uh.
I'm gonna say now who the
That
drunk
man's
nigga
gonna
is.
cuss you out.
Yes, Lord. We're gonna make this entertaining today. Yeah, I'm gonna get into a full blown argument with that nigga. Straight up. And then if he getting the best of me, I'm gonna drop down.
And then he's gonna go live on you, Ken.
That's what I want. I ain't gonna respond. I don't know that nigga. The fuck?
You're gonna know him by way of BBW though.
Hey,
BBW, are
B,
you listening to this shit? Are you listening to?
BBW is my hoe today.
You said she's what?
She's my hoe today. That's what we said in New Orleans. That's my hoe.
Oh,
That's how we say it. Yeah.
not your whole today.
That's my slut. Yeah. I like
Child.
prostitutes. I want me a prostitute that smell like candy yams and pig feet. That's what I want. And some of these women on here look like they smell like that too. I ain't saying no names, but you know what I'm saying? Yes, Lord. Yeah, they
Ken,
smell
not
like
you
pig
saying that.
knuckles.
Ken, stop trolling, Ken.
Not not Krista Nola. Nah, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Who put that?
Don't
Let's
start
see.
that shit.
Who put that? Who put that? Who put that shit? Who put that shit?
Storyline. Talking about some damn Krista Nola. Oh, y'all. Oh. That's a good idea. Y'all, when y'all going Goosebumps chat, put Krista Nola in the chat. They're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Why they putting that shit in the chat? Y'all, put Krista Nola in the chat, y'all, so they could be surprised, like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Then I'm going to pop out. I'm about to change my name to Krista Nola. Yes, Lord.
You need to
Watch.
stop. Wait, hold up. So you're gonna add her name, BBW? Are you
Yeah.
listening to this? Somebody
I'm going to
get.
change my name to Krista
Somebody
Nola.
go tell BBW what Ken is planning, please.
Yeah, that nigga Christanola. As soon as I get up there, I'm gonna be like, man, what's out? What's going on?
This is
And I'm gonna
sick.
just start arguing with all the niggas that she was talking to.
This is sick. I
Yes, Lord.
smell
I'm
like
gonna make it
Carolyn
jumpy.
Herrera. Good girl. Hi, Ladon. I feel like I haven't seen you. I hope all is well with you. Good morning. Ken is not love of lemon skid row chick. Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, they be making some
That
crazy names.
mustache lion is my hoe every day. Fuck you heard. Well damn.
Oh damn, that's crazy. Who the fuck they talking to?
Can't go to
Damn.
that. I think that's off of what you said. And ladies, by the way, if you're not feeling so fresh down there, my grandmama told me just get a little peppermint. So, oh my gosh, fat.
Mm,
Y'all ain't shit in this motherfucking chat.
who's
I don't
smelling
know.
like that?
Oh. Okay, that's what the dumblings have been responding to.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Fag is a menace today. Fag is running amok along with you, Asia. You and Dreamy, like at the beginning of this live stream. Okay. So yeah, that is what is happening. What else? Okay, Pastor said all that. The Trish versus that towards the end of Lemon's life, I was like, my gosh, Trish, calm your ass down. Pazar, where are you at, Pazar? She's been doing the epiphiles. I'm calling it epiphile now. Why the heck did I say epiphile? Because she had called it epiphile. Is that what they're calling it? I said
Yeah.
that I'm gonna like do something, but I don't think that I want to do it live. I think I just want to do like an upload. If I were to even dive into it, I've been like watching it from years ago, even while he was still alive, because I had seen certain pictures and some certain YouTubers. I feel
Hold
like
on, I'll be
Tasha K
right
had
back.
talked about it years ago. I feel like Tasha K had talked about it years ago. At that time, he was still like when the some of the pictures surfaced of who he was with. I remember. I feel like it might have been on a boat or something. I was like, "Oh, this looks very weird." Okay, and then all that stuff came out about all the stuff he did, and the first victim that came out and spoke, I was like, "Oh my god, this is sick. This is sickening. This is disgusting. Okay, this is appalling. This is." Like you name it, you name it. Okay. Anyway, that's where I stand on that. Okay. What else? I think that's the replay of what I watched. That is a replay, a recap of Hi Nessie. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, boo. Good morning. I throw a sentence and go typo. Okay. Now Trump was trying to get people to move on from the Epstein files. Okay. He was trying to get the people to move on from that, and the people said, absolutely not. We're not about to forget this. What are you trying to cover up? Lord Jesus, people could like make a whole sector. Is there a sector? Epstein sector, Epstein file, Epstein file sector. There should, if y'all have a Clarissa sector, there should be an Epstein file sector, okay? Because a lot of people are breaking that sucker down. Mhm. Aisha said peppermint soap. If y'all don't add some baking soda to that bath water to help regulate that, but y'all know what the heck that is gonna do to you with the freaking peppermint and how much burning that is gonna happen. Y'all need to stop it. I agree with that. No, no pressure. Completely agree with that. Okay. Um, all of the bull crap going on. All the bull crap. Let's make an Epstein. Let's make an Epstein sector. Damn it, let's make it a sector. I'm happy some black CCs didn't fall for his mess yesterday by sharing the pic and talking about it. They need a whole bleach bath. Yeah. Phew. There's a whole lot going on. Damn it. They gave us watered down version. Okay, so there are people that are like posting like the emails, and then the last email I saw, they said, like you gotta like dive into the whole thing without accusing people, right? You gotta know the stuff. I want to be responsible when I talk about it to actually the credibility of the source to know that it's for real. Also, they were saying, is it true that Jay-Z and Beyonce they lost millions of followers? Is it true? I know, no pressure does. Arresting illegals, and now there's like some as if the Minneapolis stuff that happened over there was not bad enough. There's some noise happening in California, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and the little boy, the 5 year old, wasn't he 5 year old? That picture. Listen, some of these photographers are so on point because if you take the right picture, it's like think of like stuff going viral. It captures the moment because it showed that boy, that little boy. Minneapolis is very cold. Like in his cute little, like a normal kid with his little, hat with the earmuff thing and like going in the car, like that picture, the picture said 1,000 words, okay? Picture said 1,000 words. That person should win some sort of award because that is all that stuck in my mind anyway, is that visual of that kid standing by that car. I saw it in like on TV, like different networks showed it. It just you can't help but to feel bad for the kid. Okay. Uh you said you've been watching the Epstein shows. Okay. That were harder on Beyonce than you know how it is. The men get it easier than the woman. They'll be like, how did you must have known. They're gonna be more critical of Beyonce, of course. So is it true that they really lost a lot of followers? Damn. Hey Rico, good morning. Uh okay, colorful, what'd you say? Colorful said fact, if a woman needs soap to make her vagina smell better, they are going down the wrong road. Yeah. I was trying to leave. I was trying to. There's so many things that you can eat. I eat pineapple, like things that like natural stuff that you can eat to help down there without having to, do all that. Uh, Phew. Um, there's also like eating pineapple, drinking cranberry juice, all of that. Yes, because Jay-Z was in photos and videos. Yeah. Oh, Yeah, and I think there's probably more people over the years or decades that we have not seen. And I told you guys about the is it Prince Andrew? He was stripped of all of his rights for his association with Epstein. Lost the house, lost his title, lost like the I want to say per diem or the allowance that he gets. Probably lost all of the perks. He lost all the perks. Now I don't know because their mom is no longer alive, and there are people that will come out and fight for him or try to protect him. I don't know what the latest is, but that was he lost that what last year or the year before when all of this stuff was coming out, especially when the victim came and spoke, and over there is quite different. So yes, Jay-Z was there. Uh-huh. Jay-Z was there. He be going to the ER. I don't know what you guys are talking and Tabasco sauce and all this shit down there. He was stripped of everything. He's a commoner. Yes. So imagine how that is. Hopefully, when they did that, it made headlines over here in the US. Okay. It made headlines and I was shocked. I was floored. So he's already been lost. Okay. So now that all this stuff is coming out, maybe more details and maybe people are like looking at it now, but y'all forgot that he's already been kind of like tried, convicted to where whatever you want to call it in the terminology over there in the UK, he was under so much scrutiny, okay, when this was going on, and it was going on for some time, and then it ultimately ended up with his rights being stripped from him and him losing perks. And then when they broke down the details, like he was losing everything. He was not going to be living in the house. He was not going like the car, the security. I'm trying to remember what else because it's been a while when I read that. The security, the perks, the housing, the money. Because I think they were paying a lot of like he comes with a lot of perks. He lost all of that shit. Uh anyway. It shows they show him because I only seen you couldn't have only seen Claire. There are some people I'm not even gonna say. I'm waiting to see who all gets exposed. I know that a lot of people did not want. And then when he disappeared from jail, hello, you guys didn't know when that whole thing was going on. Um, Ghislaine Maxwell was not talking. His madam that was recruiting his groomer, the top position groomer that was grooming all these young people allegedly. Okay, when she was not speaking because why do y'all think that he was knocked off or gone, however you want to say it, unalived the way that he was unalived when he was in jail? Because they were hoping to keep a lot of this stuff secret. Okay. Is it bad that it ain't alleged when she's been convicted? Yeah, but I think that I shouldn't even say alleged, but I'm saying alleged just for the sake of it. Uh Jay-Z and Rap Group, the Clips did business with Epstein. That's why they're in the files, but his affiliation makes him either an accomplice or shady business. Also, you cannot ignore the interest in certain singers when they were minors. How old was Beyonce when he got with Beyonce? How old was Aaliyah? You can't ignore all those things, okay? Can you ignore all those things? Is it bad that I want to see Melania Trump movie? What? Okay, for what? What is she worth? 75 million? Like you got to be kidding me. You got to be mother freaking kidding me. You man, I could say so much, but let me just hut. It's not bad that you want to see it, but we know what the heck is it gonna be about? Who are we kidding? She's she's from We know her past. Don't we know her past? What kind of production is going to be worth that much money? It's gotta be mixed with lies. Ain't nothing that interesting. It's gonna be full of lies. What are we talking about? I hope you don't pay like money for it. Cassie. That's what I can tell you. Don't pay money for it. You didn't follow her story before. I feel like I followed her story when when he ran against Obama. And then some of the stuff I kind of like already like had read, but then I mean, come on. She got put in the White House by way of her husband, and can anybody tell me what she did? What did she do? When Michelle was there, they had all kinds of manly stuff to say about her, but she was doing some important stuff. What does this one have to do? What did she do? What did she accomplish? Can somebody tell me what this one accomplished over there? I need to get the fuck out of here. It definitely will not. Miss Whistledown is 75 million ain't gonna be shown. Okay? It ain't gonna be shown. Look, you can't see. Yeah, exactly. I think that they are ignoring the pattern, Georgia Peach. Beyonce was 16. Okay? Yeah. Okay, you also want to believe there's some people that say that he's alive, but you tell me, with so many of these celebrities that are linked to him, you tell me why and how he could be alive. That includes celebrities, that includes politicians. Listen, the Clintons were trying not to talk. And aren't they going to be subpoenaed to talk? They're going to be forced to talk because I saw the picture of Clinton years ago while that man was still alive. Okay. Yeah, they put that because I mean y'all are going to be underwhelmed when you watch the so-called $75 million production. It's outstanding how this amount, like, for what are y'all paying? That means they're going to fluff it up, add sugar and spice, and nothing nice. All things majority fake. Cause what is it that y'all didn't know about her already? That's out there. Hmm? And who's watching it? Who's gonna watch it? Jay-Z groomed a lot of grown girls. Most men did back then. Yeah, he's not alone. The question is he gonna stay in the US or is he going to go to one of these countries where they don't extradite? I feel like I saw somebody say he needs to do like Russell Simmons and go, where's Russell Simmons in Bali? They don't extradite over there. Do y'all remember when she made the bet with Trump if he if he was president, she will stay if she yes, I remember that. Didn't she get paid? Miss Whistledown, didn't it have money involved? Because she was going to skedaddle and get the F out of there. You could tell that she doesn't like that man. Y'all forgot about his first term in the office so many times that these photographers captured where videos where he tried to hold the hand and try to make it seem like a very favored union, and she slapped his hand like, get the F away from me. And then after I tell all of the person that came and said that they slept in different rooms and stuff, I mean, when he's saying horrendous stuff like grab the women by their pee and all this stuff, like, would you want to be publicly linked other than the prestigious role of being the president? Of course. All of this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? I'm just talking shit. uh I remember that, Miss Whistledown. Oh, I totally remember that. Did you hear they paid a lot of viewers to watch her doc? Of course, yeah, that's what all that 75 is for. Okay, Eliminate Grow said it ain't hard to believe he's still alive. Why? Because if he's still alive, all of these celebrities and stuff, that means he can talk. Even if he's, because I know some people put in my chat, oh, there's so many underground tunnels where he could go. Okay, I get it. But you don't think that all these celebrities, politicians, high powered people, you think they want him alive? No, they don't want him alive. ITC, I'll tell you how he could be alive because it's all a game they run in the masses. They'll never tell you the truth. Okay, well, I can, somewhat believe that. Nicki Minaj is trying to get her 200 million refund from Jay-Z by way of Trump. Listen, her alignment, that's another thing that I need to go and read in detail, okay? There have been rumors of, the trafficking traps under. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a lot of like conspiracies that you can take. Like this one could be like a never ending theory of sort, okay? Some people think that he's alive. If he's alive, where is he? And what would be what would be, you think that the masses, all these celebrities, you think that they will be helping? Do you think that they would want him to be discovered alive? Yeah, she barely. I will. Okay, she barely speaks to the public after her. Exactly my point, Cassie. That's why I'm like, what in the heck do y'all think you're gonna get out of that production? Hi, Molly Boo. Molly said what? And Nicki Minaj had the nerve to bring her thirsty want to be counted as to the premiere of Melania's movie. I'm so I'm just watching all of this like Russell is in Bali. Yeah, they don't extradite over there. They don't extradite over there to the U.S. So he's free. Yeah, she got paid. Okay, do you remember the amount? I just thought that that was despicable. Okay, but I was like, shit, make your money because we know that he is. Everything he's doing, he's exploiting, making money and in his position. Okay, everything he's currently doing, he's exploiting this his position to make money for his business. Okay, uh, you said the way that I don't think he's alive. I think that too many people don't want information or their link to what was done over there with him. They don't want that information out. So I would imagine that too many people don't want that information out. So therefore, they're going to try to help behind the scenes to make sure that he doesn't get a chance to speak or certain things are not exposed. That's just me. That's just my opinion anyway. I'm starving and my stomach is rumbling. Did y'all hear my stomach rumbling? I have 20 more minutes till I get to eat. Okay, let me see who is live. Pasa is live. Roro is live. Hold up. Roro said flat tires, etc. Oh my gosh, Roro, did you get a flat tire? What the heck happened? Roro is live. Mm, y'all did not like y'all did not give me 100 likes, but I can make you guys go press the like button. Let me see who else. The reason why, so I think somebody has said, why does Pasta have two lives going? Okay, so here's the reason why some people have two lives going. If you go in StreamYard, this was something that StreamYard started doing late last year, and it was where you could do it in portrait. So it's like a vertical. You can go vertical on StreamYard, and then you can go the normal way on StreamYard. So in your StreamYard studio, before you go live, it gave you the option on how you want the vertical or do you want the whatever. And some people checked both. Or I think maybe by default it had both, and you had to unselect one. I know that I read it. I was like, what the heck is this? When it appeared in my studio for the first time, I was like, oh, hell no. I don't want no vertical type shit. And I clicked that off. If you don't click that off, it's going to show you live two ways, one vertical, the other landscape. That's why some of the CCs have two live streams going on, because it's from the studio. In order for that to stop, you would have to click that off. Okay. All right. I usually will go to, I love doing both. I get non-sector subs quick from, okay, from the vertical one. Yeah. I mean, I get it because, you can swipe up. Is that equivalent to the YouTube vertical? It's Weinstein is the one that needs to squeeze all the info out. Yeah, nobody has heard of that one. Okay, with his shriveled peen. And if you remember during the Me Too movement, Weinstein did a lot of horrible, disgusting stuff to these up and coming actors and actresses, okay? And it's all gross because I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole in talking about the nastiness that he did. He also has information, but he is much older and I don't know about his health. There hasn't really been a whole lot of him like while locked up. I know that he tried to use, like initially they try to use his health thing to as a way out, but they can go see the doctor and stuff. And so it didn't really work, but I have not heard anything. He's another one Hollywood, because a lot of these movies and shows, he put a lot of people on. Angelina Jolie. In fact, I haven't heard about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Okay, where are those people at? Where are some of these people that are just so quiet? Angelina Jolie was one of the victims for Weinstein. Oh my gosh, the South African, what's her name? That pretty lady. She's white with blonde hair. She's South African. Oh gosh, it's at the tip of my tongue. She's one. There's a whole list of women. Okay, and I feel by way like a lot of these big time producers, whatever, that held the key to Hollywood and to the success and whatever of these actors, actresses, they know all of this stuff. I feel like they were all hanging out with Epstein. Okay. So don't be surprised if there comes out something with Weinstein and Epstein. Okay. Good morning, Linda G. Good morning, Bunky. YTC, the vertical lives are to help you get more subscribers. That's all that is. Okay, well, maybe should I click on doing some of the verticals? I don't know. I don't go to a lot of new places like I used to, but because of all the bullshit that's happened. Um, Anybody heard anything about Weinstein? What the heck is he doing? Not to be shady or disrespectful to her, but he messed her up. Yeah, he did. Okay, what did you say that to? You said, and that girl, Rose McGowan from Charmed and Scream, she lost her mind. And yes, she sure did. Listen, there's so many of them, like they were coming out of the woodworks. And didn't some of the men, the young actors, they also were affected? There's a whole list because, time has passed and, people moved on. I think people forget all of that. There is a lot of these child actors and actresses. Oh my God, they were really messed up because they felt like they had to do what they had to do, and even as they left, right? If they said no, they encountered this freak, creep. I don't know what to call him, and he is so gross. Did some of y'all listen to his hearing, like some of the testament of the victims? One of them, like where he had to inject his eggplant with something to get it ready, because oh my God, like we're talking about creep. Some of these people really deserve to be over there under the jail. Okay, he's one of them. If you hear all of the testament of it, and they were all the same pattern of behavior that he had with all these women. It's like very sick. Okay. Um, have you heard about a lot of this being tracked back to the Rothschild? No. Um, am I Zulu? No. Charlize Theron. Yes, thank you, Eve Dallas. That's her name. I haven't seen her either. I like her. I like her style. I like her. I like her in like the roles that she played. I haven't seen her in a while. She was also another one. Angelina Jolie. She was a victim. Charlize was a victim. Like a lot of these popular actresses that y'all wouldn't have imagined. I think people have kind of like forgotten. And some of these things, the Diddy trial took over at the Epstein files and all of this and the stuff going on in the economy that like took precedent. But if you go back to some of these things, a lot of it is kind of intertwined. If you know like some of the celebrities that are involved, high powered celebrities that his lip was busted on the left side of on his cheek. Ooh, I want to know. He beat Epstein up on his house. There's just so much. There's so much, and I feel like a lot of it they tried hard. Like all these people who were probably working behind the scenes trying to get a lot of their lawyers, high-powered lawyers, to cover up some of the stuff and keep their name out of the whole situation. Because if it comes out that they're linked, I mean, look what's happening. If it's true that Jay-Z and Beyonce lost millions of people, can you imagine? No, not the Epstein, Weinstein. I started to talk about Weinstein. Um, Someone had mentioned, and I would not be surprised if Weinstein is somehow in the files, in the pictures, because they were all intertwined. The celebrities, the politicians, all of that. Don't don't forget. I honestly don't believe you. Really don't believe that he's gone. What would he? Who would be keeping him alive? What would they have to gain? I can't think of anybody who would want all the horrendous accusations, allegations, and evidence on them. Who would want him alive? How would he be? Like he would have to like run off to like a whole nother country, continent, something. Who would want to be keeping him afloat? Hey, Will Intensive, good morning. I don't know about that one. I would imagine that they wouldn't want to. There's just so many horrible things, and it's gonna follow them. So I can't even imagine anybody that would want to keep. The crazy thing about Epstein file is that it didn't happen that long ago. It's not like, oh, it was back in the yeah. It's like within our lifetime. We're talking of like years. How long has it been since he was quote unquote unalived? Because before he was unalive, this was not too long ago, and like there was speculation of what was yet to be revealed. It's not that long ago. Um, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I have 9 minutes so that I can go stuff my face. I'm so hungry. I am freaking hungry, okay? I'm going to go and eat. Some of these things that come in my timeline, I don't know what the heck, why, or maybe I subbed to some of the people. I don't remember why I subscribed. But when I see them in my timeline, I'm like, what is this about? Mm-mm. Okay. I'm getting out of here. Thank you all for tuning in. I saw his body. There are certain channels of YouTube that show gory videos. I think he's gone. Jay-Z is trying to save his marriage because if you know Beyonce is cussing him out, yeah, I bet. And not just Beyonce, Beyonce's sister and Beyonce's mom, okay? I would imagine that they're remember the y'all remember the elevator episode, okay? Child. She won't even have to drag him in private, okay? The mom and the sister are gonna be dragging his ass. He will have to act right for the rest of his lifetime. How old is he? At least for 10 years. Whatever that is equivalent in Hollywood years, okay?
Ain't nothing but love, ain't nothing but vibes. We family now, so let's keep it alive.
Thank you, Judy Coles. Thank you, No Pressure.
Every moment, every word, every
Thank you, Ivana.
the world to me, and I'm glad you're there. So before we go, before we fade to black, just know that you're always welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Oh, really? He's only 56? Why do I think that he was older? Why I think he was older?
And I can't wait to do it again with you. So until next
time, he's about to age. He's gonna age 10 years by the time they're done with his ass, okay? And it's well deserved. I will drag his ass from the North Pole back to the South in Texas, okay? From Houston all the way to Serbia, somewhere in the North Pole, somewhere in Russia where it's the coldest, and drag his ass back. His camo looking. Let me hush.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for your time. It's all love, yeah.
Story's live. I know a lot of y'all are gonna go, but
and I can't wait to do it again with you.
I feel like I already dropped it. Who else was live?
Stay blessed, stay right.
Faso was live. Is he still live? Oh yeah, he's still live. Lolo, where you at? Well, maybe no, Lolo. Take a break as needed. Take the break as needed. Oh, Rick Reed did a live. Let's go watch that replay. Rick Reed did a live this morning. Y'all can watch that replay. Here's his replay. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Dory. Who else came up here? Thank you, mods. Y'all have a good day. I'm gonna go find something to eat. Kudos to the Dean Ham Show for this outro. Peace.